What's up, guys? It's your boy TPP, and I'm back with that true crime talk, baby. Let's go. Happy Friday, y'all. Happy freaking Friday. We made it, right? We made it to Friday. Well, I mean, it's technically not my Friday. I still got to work tomorrow, but it's Friday. It's Friday. I ain't complaining. It's Friday, and we got Turtle Island tonight, y'all. So I know I'm excited. Super excited, actually, because not only is it Turtle Island, I know that tonight on Turtle Island, no matter what happens, I'm gonna have a good time. But the other thing is, I know that behind the scenes, behind some screens, there's gonna be some salty tears crying, just shed. I know it, because you know what, guys? I've noticed there's some certain people out in these YouTube streets that is just real unhappy lately that there's so much unity with people that shouldn't have unity, or at least that's what they think, right? But anyway, so Turtle Island's gonna be extra fun tonight, y'all. Extra fun tonight. But anyways, before we get into it, guys, if you guys could do me a huge favor, both my live crew here and anybody catching the replay, if you guys could smash those buttons for me, you know what I mean? That like, that share, get it out there, let the people know. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. What you waiting on? And if you've already subscribed and you've been kicking it for a while, join up. Just become part of the Piscine Gang. Become an official Lagoonie and get your Lagoon pass. It's that simple. Just smash the buttons. All right, guys. I'm done with the sales pitch. Okay, I'm done pandering. Let me see who I got here this morning. We got, first thing, Miss Julie Delt. Good to see you, Mom. Happy Friday. Miss Dawn Michelle. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Who else we got? Miss Dakota Parker. Good to see you, ma'am. Crafty with D. Good to see you. Tenzi, good to see you. April P, good to see you. Oh, Perfect Pat is in the house. Good to see you, ma'am. Miss Darcy, good to see you again. I seen some of y'all earlier in a certain chat room. Miss Matt, good to see you. Or Mrs. Matt, my apologies. Thank you for throwing them fish up. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see. Yeah, I got immunity tonight. Or I start off with it. Let's be real. It doesn't last long. Not long at all. Not long enough, anyways. Miss Darcy, you feel me, right? You feel me. There's going to be some salty tears shed behind some screens. They better lay out some paper towels and some I don't know, something, so they don't ruin their keyboards. Salt water's not good for electronics. That's all I'm saying, y'all. Yeah, okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to touch on this. Apologize for the French, y'all. I'm just going to touch on this. So I've been saying it's pretty much the same video clip. Well, I mean, there's I don't know. There's probably more out there that I don't know, but multiple people have sent me the same video clip of a certain content creator that is upset with me. They can't seem to understand why it is that I went bad on them in my chat room, and I don't support what they're into. It's really simple. I was super nice and respectful to you. You came in my chat room, acted a fool. You ruined the vibe. My people don't like it. I don't like it. And when my people don't like it and I don't like it, it's gone. So that's all it was, right? And we could have left it at that. But then this same person is going bad on people I really care about. So that being said, yeah, that's why I felt the way I felt. And then this person took something that I said in somebody else's chat. I said something just jokingly, and now this person, they got extra salty over it. So I know that person and other people that are hardcore for that person probably ain't too happy with your boy. And are probably really, really upset and salty that we have, all the people that are cool with each other are cool with each other. Get over it. But you should be, come on, man. You got to understand at this point. How could you not at your age, understand exactly what you did wrong? It's crazy. It's crazy. But anyways, I won't get too deep into it, guys. I promise. I don't do no Friday rants, y'all. I want to, though. I'm feeling spicy today, y'all. Feeling a little spicy. Chris Marie, good to see you. Happy Friday. Brooke Nicole, good to see you. Happy Friday. forever. Thank you for being here. Happy Friday. Let's see. Mrs. Mab, it's a good day off, and a surprise Christmas bonus. Ooh, nice. A surprise Christmas bonus? Damn, I wish my job did that. They're like, I got your bonus. You got to work Saturday. That's your bonus, buddy. It's real nice of them. Real nice. Miss Darcy. Yeah, I got some jokes today, Miss Darcy. I'm feeling like I said, I'm feeling a little spicy today. It's a California thing. Most of the time we chill, but we have our days. We have our days. Miss Dawn Michelle, always good to see you. Thank you for being here. Let's see, Mrs. Mab, so much childish drama. I don't know who/what you're talking about, but yeah, I know it's vague, but the person knows, and the person's people know who I'm talking about. So I keep it cryptic over here. I don't like giving people any light, any sunshine if they don't deserve it. You can get no spotlight over here. Miss Pat Gates, look at them bimples. It is what it is. It's one of them days. I'm feeling good. Jet lag, good to see you. Man, man, much love to all my Bomb Nation people that actually enjoy this channel, been coming and kicking it. I really appreciate it, guys. I really do. Petty Lane, good to see you. Crap Noah D says, so glad it's Friday. Me too. Even though I got to work tomorrow, it's still a good day, right? Because you know what takes the pressure off of having to work tomorrow? It's all overtime. So, you know what I mean? Take the pressure off a little bit. Makes it less, less stressful to think about. Especially when you got 4 kids, man. That's expensive Christmas right there. Check this out. Not only I got 4 kids, right? Christmas, my youngest daughter's birthday is literally right after Christmas. I mean, talking right after Christmas. And then my oldest daughter is like 2 weeks after that. It's rough times for your boy. This YouTube stuff we need to blow up here, guys. We need to get some revenue pumping. These girls, man. And 3 daughters, y'all. Come on, y'all gotta feel for me, right? You gotta feel for me. 3 daughters. Shit. Mrs. Mab, my office treats us very well. I'm blessed for sure. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. In this day and age to have a career like that. Yeah. Yeah, forever. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling spicy a little bit. Petty Lane, who's salty now? Oh, Petty, you know. Miss Regina Smith, good to see you, ma'am. Good to see you. Happy Friday. Lindley, bring on the spice here, baby. Seriously serious. Yeah. I gotta watch it, Lindley. You know what I mean? I gotta watch how spicy I let it get. I love y'all. It's a good time here. It's always a good time with y'all. Thank you, Miss Regina, for smashing that button on the way in. Miss Map says, I feel for you, man. We have 1 daughter and her birthday is January. Kids are money. Can you imagine that? Having 4 kids, 3 of them daughters, and then having 1 at the end of December and 1 at the beginning of January? The rest of my life, y'all. Rough times for your boy. So, if you want the CashApp link down at the no, just Tenzi, you should get fixed. I should get fixed. No, I ain't having no more kids, man. I'm 40. I'm about to be 41. Yeah, I'm good to go. And you know what's good? I don't even need to get fixed because I'm single. All right. And y'all see what a woman has to deal with. You see this mess, this madness? I'm gonna be single for a while. Yeah, by the time I end up not single again, I probably won't even be able to have kids. So I'll be all right, Tenzi. It'll be okay. April P. I'm kicking it, eating me some a gallo salami that just get. Oh, I like. That's good. I'm down with that. A little cheese and some salami. Ooh, that hits. That hits. Miss Map, get those girls married off. Yo, my girls are spoiled. I don't know. It's gonna be hard, Miss Mab. It is gonna be hard. Let's see. Dawn Michelle, we have 4 family birthdays in January, 3 in the first 8 days. Okay, so damn. That's the thing too. There's always somebody out there that has a little bit worse. You just gotta keep that in mind. Jet lag. I only have 1 child, and that was enough for me. Yeah, yeah. You know, you know what I mean. When I do something jet lag, I gotta go all in. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was good. Oh my lord. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Penny Lane. Thank you for the $2 super chat there. Birthday fund. my, oh my lord. Yeah, thank you, Betty. Let's see. Oh, there's my boy. March was a special month for you. It's my birthday, bro. That's my birthday month. Makes sense, huh? Yeah, March, April, those are my 2 favorite months. If you might be able to figure it out, especially if you're from Cali. But yeah. I guess I'm busy around those 2 months. Let's see, April B. I have to special order it because they don't sell it in Arkansas. I must have missed. Damn it. Let's see. Man, that's a lot, Don. Oh my lord. Bougie, good to see you. Good to see you. 2 is a good number. Yeah, it is, but like I said, I like to go all in, I guess. Let's see, jet lag. My dad's side of the family had 13. My mom's side had 9. What a mess during the holidays. Oh my lord. It's popping right there. It's a lot of family. Mrs. Mab, we know what you like for your birthday. Yeah, back when I was married and stuff, for sure. I mean, come on, dude. What guy? Come on, tell me what man ain't trying to get a birthday present around that time? Them extra gifts. And I ended up getting gifts they kept on giving. Giving my bank account a deficit. That's what they be giving me. All right, guys. So check it out, guys. On the real about this true crime thing today. We got some Richard Allen. We got this crazy lady, Miss Eye Drop Murder, right? And what's popping with her case or her trial, and that's pretty nuts. And then we got this psychopath Tiffany Lucas. And some updates on her. My boy over, my boy Jesse Weber with the good hair. He just put an episode up on Sidebar about it, and I think we're going to review that. But we're going to get into Richard Allen first because there's some updates with the Richard Allen situation, Delphi situation, that I find kind of interesting. And I don't know if everybody knows about, not just the fact that they've moved him now, right? But where they moved him and who he's been moved with. So we're going to get into that. Let me jump back over here and chat, though, make sure I'm caught up with y'all. Let's see. Dawn said, I had 2 kids and 4 grandkids and now raising the 2 older grands. Lord help me, ages 11 and 9. Prayers, ma'am. I'll put the extra prayer in today for sure on that. Whew. How are you so peaceful all the time, Don Michelle? How do you do it? Every time I hear you, you just got that calm voice. I don't know how you do it. I just don't know how you do it, especially with all that going on. Yep, you special for sure. For sure. All right, let's get this article pulled up. Y'all got okay, so check it out. You guys gotta listen to me read two articles, and then I got the videos pulled up. All right, then we can watch some videos. But y'all gotta listen to me read. I'm sorry. Apologize. It's just the way it's gotta be today. All right, let's pull this bad boy up. Okay. All right. Let me see. Don says, I pray a lot. Hey, it helps. It definitely helps. Most definitely helps. And some days, that's all you got. That is all you got. Criminal Med. There she is. Good to see you, Criminal Med. Still working on raising Bob. Gave up on rest. Oh, good luck. Good luck on Bob. What can you say, man? What can you say? All I got, like, you told me everything about Bob, but the moment you told me about Bob liking to throw himself off of mountains with skis, I was just like, this man, I really like this man. But then at the same time, I felt really bad for you because I was like, oh, poor Criminal Man. This poor lady lives with constant anxiety, I'm sure. Okay, guys, let's get into it. Alleged Delphi killer moved to new jail amid mental physical suffering. All right. Indianapolis Court TV, the man accused of unaliving two Delphi teens has been relocated to a new correctional facility southwest of Indianapolis, according to the transfer notice filed by the Indiana Attorney General. Judge Francis Gold granted Richard Allen and his former counsel's request after they filed an emergency order on April 5th to have Allen removed from the Westville Correctional Facility, where he'd been housed since November 3rd, 2022. Allen's former defense team had claimed their client had been suffering mentally and physically from poor conditions at the maximum security prison, including unstable living conditions and unfair treatment by guards, some of whom allegedly wore patches linked to a oh man, that's not even what it is. I don't even want to read that part right here because that's oh my lord. Okay, I'm gonna read it anyway. Linked to a white nationalist group known as Odinism. That's not even it. See, dude, why are these articles so false? Anyways, Allen's former defense asserted in its motion that Odinists were actually responsible for Libby and Abby's death in 2017. I can't wait until we get past this Odinist thing, man. That shit is just every time it pops up, man. I can't with it, man. I can't with it. All right, let me see what you guys saying in chat. Anything else? Nothing to me, just y'all. Let's see. Criminal Med, did they do this on purpose as this place is nastier than the other prison, or do they want them to talk with each other? Criminal Med, maybe all of the above, or maybe just to appease, I don't know, everybody. Appease what the attorneys wanted, what Richard wanted, what, all of social media seems to want. So, I mean, right, nobody can complain now. He got his move. He's moved. He moved somewhere else. He's closer to where he should be, and everybody happy now, right? Old Ricky got his way, okay? Damn. Hopefully everybody stopped crying about his due process and this and that. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But I don't know if y'all, well, if you do know, don't say nothing in the chat. Don't ruin the surprise. But I don't know if you all know who all he's in there with besides Keegan Klein. Yes, he's in there with Keegan Klein. I'm going to ruin that part. All right. But he's in there with other people. Dang it, Criminal Man. But Keegan Klein and others are there. I know. We're going to get into I should have said that faster. Let's see. Only took them 8 months with an emergency order. That's criminal in itself. The criminal justice system is so broken. There's a lot of things that are broken for sure. For sure. Our society's ability to critically think is broken too. That's another big problem, I believe. See, that's a problem, criminal man. We be on the same wavelength. All right, I'm gonna keep reading, y'all. All right, Allen, 51, was moved from Westville Correctional Facility to Wabash Valley Correctional Facility on December 6. According to the notice, inmate records indicate Allen remains on long-term segregation, which means he is kept physically separated from the general offender population, typically in a designated unit. Allen's transfer is one of many issues surrounding the former pharmacy tech's case, as he fights to have Judge Gold removed and his former attorneys Andrew Baldwin and Brad Rossi reinstated. Both Judge Gold and AG Todd Rokita rejected Allen's petition, calling it improper and inappropriate, and stating that the proper avenue would have been for Allen to appeal, which he did not. Judge Gold has also doubled down on her claims of gross negligence by Baldwin and Rosie over the leaked confidential case materials, false information provided to the court, and extrajudicial statements that Gold said were likely to prejudice the case. Judge Gold had denied a request to move Allen's trial out of Carroll County earlier this year, but said all jurors for the case would be brought in from Allen County. Allen's trial had been set for January 2024, but was postponed until October 15th to 31st of 2024 to give Allen's newly court-appointed public defenders, Robert Scrimmin and William Labredo, time to prepare for his defense. Okay, so it's like there's a lot of stuff I could get into, but it's kind of stuff I've already talked about, and that I more so just wanted to catch you all up on the fact some people don't know that they moved him, right? So now they moved him, but where they moved him, like Criminal Med said, it's not the best place, right? He was kind of better off where he was, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. But they moved him to where Keegan Klein is, and y'all know, in my opinion, Richard Allen and Keegan Klein and the CP ring, they're connected to these little girls, right? It ain't no Odinist, it ain't nothing else. To me, this is my opinion. So it's interesting that they went ahead and moved him back to a nastier facility where Keegan Klein is. But here's the thing. It's not just Keegan Klein that's there, right? It's not just Keegan Klein that's there. There's also another nasty individual that's pretty much doing life there. And we're going to get into that because I don't think a lot of people realize that this individual's locked up there as well. He is tied to this case because he was looked at by the investigation. All right, let me catch back up in chat now that I gave that little preamble to this next clip we're going to get into. Let's see. Michelle, I don't understand. Is Delphi can't house him? Why can't he go to a larger county jail outside of Delphi and not a prison? I don't know. It's I don't know, man. That's gonna get me into a whole different part of this that it's gonna take me sideways, and I don't want to get off too far in the weeds. Let's see. Mrs. Mapp said critical thinking went out in the 90s. I agree with that. That's pretty accurate. Let's see. They do that here in Texas all the time. I think when it comes down, Don Michelle, I think it's, each state does things differently, and I think each state might have a different allocation of money. Texas got a butt ton of money. I don't know how Indiana's sitting, but I know Texas, their whole correctional system, the whole everything is way more funded, right? Because you in California, they get the money, right? So moving prisoners around ain't really that big of a deal. Whereas I think in other states it might be a little bit more tricky. I mean, that's just my assumption there, I guess. Let's see, believe it or not, this was one of the states Hunter tried to traffic Maya to, folks. Small world. I wonder why. I wonder why. We already seen yep. Man, I'm sorry. Much love to all my people in Indiana, but stay safe, y'all. Stay safe. I don't know if I can come visit you when I move back east. Y'all can come visit me. You know what I mean? I know, ML. I see you, bro. I see you. Don't be mad at me. You're gonna have to come fish with me, bro. I don't know. It scares me out there. I, I immediately just got a message. Like I said, much love, man. I ain't hating on Indiana. It just scared me a little bit. You know what I mean? God, you gotta understand. All right, no hate messages, okay? I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. I knew I was gonna get a message on that one. Oh Lord. Colonel Man, they're going to communicate, in my opinion. You, you know what? They shouldn't, Criminal Med. By all common sense, they should not try to do that. But common sense is gone. People are pretty ignorant. So you may be right, Criminal Med. Oh my Lord. I mean, come on. Yeah, I'll leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone, but you're probably right. It might happen. I don't know. Don said, don't let me send you 4x4. Man, you know, look, guys, I know, look, it's presumably, innocent until proven guilty. Presumably, right? In the courts of law, not public opinion. So y'all know my opinion on Ricky and Keegan and that whole thing. So for me, I don't know, man. I feel like if you are arrested, they have enough on you to go through the courts and your ass is in prison over something like this. To me, there's a really good chance that you're probably guilty. So at that point, I'm like, I don't have a lot of sympathy for the stuff that he claims that he's going through. He claims, and his defense team that are saying that based off what he's telling them. So it's like, I don't know, man. I have a lot of sympathy. So that's what I mean by I didn't want to get off in the weeds with it. um, let's see. Let's see. Dakota Parker, hello again. Happy Friday. Don't forget to hit the like button. Hello, Dakota. Traffic jam. Yeah, those guys, man. That's what I think it's about right there. I don't think it's no ownness. I think it's the traffic jammers. Yeah, the CP dudes. Mary C, good to see you. Hey guys, watching from the bushes today. I'm feeling good. I hope that's not what it is. Hopefully you're just busy. Let's see. Criminal Med. It added 4 hours to the route around Indiana. No problem. Oh my Lord. Yeah. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Petty Lane, see you later. See you later. Let's see. Criminal Med. King Klein, not happy that he on him. He doesn't like RA, in my opinion. Yeah, no, I don't think he does either. Because think about it. Okay, let's just say it. Let's just scenario right here. Let's say Keegan. We all know that he's a dirty piece of right, but let's say he didn't know about what was going to happen to those girls, right? And then that happens and all that comes back. And that's what got him caught, right? Let's be honest. I mean, dude, they wouldn't have. This doesn't happen. Keegan Klein and his whole ring of people he's connected to, I don't think they get busted for a while, anyways. So definitely, I don't think he has any love for old Ricky. I really don't. Yeah, so I agree with you, Criminal Matt. I agree with you on that. Let's see. Don Michelle, I think anywhere he goes, he's going to have that kind of thing happen. In my mind, it's just jail is for the innocent until proven guilty, prison for people that have been found guilty by a court of law. Yeah, and the only reason, Don Michelle, that I thought that he was better off where he was is because I felt like he'd have better security and protection. Because, look, let's be 100. We know how prisons and jails work. It doesn't matter prison or jail. The individuals in there look at these type of individuals that do this to little kids in a certain light, and if they can get a hold of them, they're going to get a hold of them. So I just felt like for security, he might have been better in a higher, you know, a higher max situation, but hey, it is what it is. He wants to move somewhere else where he might be a little bit less protected, and I guess that's on him. I wouldn't want to be if I was in his shoes. If I was okay, say if I was innocent and I'm being accused of this and I'm in prison, I'm like, bro, put me the safest place y'all can put me where nobody can get to me. I don't give a shit if I gotta be locked in a box. Don't let nobody get to me because what they're accusing me of get you shanked real quick. So lock me up and keep me away from everybody. If I'm innocent, that's what I'm thinking. That's just what I would, you know what I mean? As an innocent person, from that standpoint. Let's see. Oh yeah, well, that's what we do, Don Michelle. Let me see. If they're smart, they won't even acknowledge that they know each other. Come on, are they smart though? Are we dealing with smart individuals here? We dealing with some nasty, nasty people. I don't think the intelligence runs too high with these two. Smarter than some little girls, maybe. Smarter than adults, not so much. I'm not thinking. Oh snap! Mama's the boss. Good to see you, man. Happy Friday. Thank you for being here. Criminal med. Prison life is hard. It sucks. It smells dangerous, cold, dank. So I don't always buy that it is different treatment than any other solitary you get. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I got family that's been in both situations, and then I got family that work in both situations. So it's like, I don't know, you know. I just feel like that's just something that the defense could use to throw out in the public and just try to gain sympathy for him. And I think it's worked. I think a lot of things the defense team has done is pretty grimy, but I think it's worked. It's obviously garnered sympathy for the individual. It's like I said, we went from like wanting for how many years wanting to find the person that's did this, and then we have somebody that's arrested and waiting to be put on trial for it. They have to. You don't just come across somebody by accident and lock them up and say, "Well, he did it." No, there's so much more. There's so much more. So I don't know, man. We went from that to like all of a sudden now we got sympathy for the suspect, the person of interest, the alleged person. I don't know. I don't know. If anything, just be neutral on it, right? Be neutral on it. But a lot of people are like hardcore sympathetic and also like super simped out for old Ricky. It's a trip. It's a trip. Um, let's see. Don Michelle. My concern is that the look that he already looks guilty in court of law because he's in and it potentially could taint the jury pool, and there will be a lot of appeals due to this. But Don Michelle, look, what happened with those defense attorneys at the office, that ruined everything. So at this point, does not matter. There's going to be appeals, like no matter what at this point, because of that leak, 100%. That screwed this whole thing. That's why I'm so upset about that leak, is it literally ruined this whole case. It ruined our chance to actually get justice. So this is going to be a long one, guys. So we're going to see this start at the end of 2024. We're not going to see it. I don't think we're going to see a conclusion to this. It's going to take a while. And then even after that, like there'll be appeals because, yeah, that defense, or at least one of those attorneys, royally up, royally. So like people that keep giving that dude a pass, I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? How are you going to give this dude a pass? The other guy, okay, two separate offices, I get it. All right, separate. But the one dude, he screwed this all up. Yeah, so it's like for everybody that is worried about the pill situation or worried about Richard Allen's treatment or worried about any of that stuff, put all of the blame on that dipshit attorney. That's all I'm gonna say. It's his bad. Dude, you go down to the hardcore Delphi, most of the hardcore Delphi channels, man, they'll tell you the same thing, dude. That right there, no matter how it happened, why it happened, that leak screwed everything up. Everything. Let's see what else y'all are thinking. Let's see. Let's see. Dawn, Indiana has totally destroyed this case, and it is very You guys, I'm telling you right now, when I got sucked into it, right? Y'all know I got that. I got pictures, right? I got evidence. And so at this point right now, when I got that and I kind of got sucked into it, now I'm kind of, I got information coming in from behind the scenes. I ain't really covering it because there's just certain depth of this Delphi stuff I'm going to cover. I'm not going to get too far into the other stuff. But I'm going to tell you right now, criminal med, that that right there, that statement is true, but it's not just the state. That attorney started this whole mess, man. That whole is, yep, yep. Um, uh, I work in video jigsaw landscapes, kind of fun, interesting. Let me see, criminal med. They literally don't have a clue what to do right now. Clueless. Well, because it's like no matter what, we're gonna see appeals no matter what. It is so crazy. Yes, I agree 100%. That's exactly what it is. 100% what it is. But and like that's what when I got sucked into it and got information I didn't want to get. That's why I told you guys straight out the gate. I was like, it's not what the defense is saying. It's not what they're saying. That is, yeah. I'm telling y'all right now, ain't what they're saying. Ain't what they're saying. And I'm not saying prosecution's 100% what they're saying. There's a whole lot more that's gonna end up coming out, but that other stuff it's cap, y'all. It's cap. All right. Now, that being said, do y'all know who else is locked up with old Ricky Allen? Anybody want to drop that in chat if you guys know? And then we're gonna go ahead and get into it. There was another individual that was investigated. All right, there was another individual that's investigated in the Delphi murders, and this individual is doing 90 years for a separate incident, but he is also in there with Richard Allen and Keegan Kline. Oh man, criminal med. I'm not trying to get people too far off. All right, that just adds a different layer. Freaking criminal med, keep it quiet. You did that on purpose. Mama's the boss. This case drives me nuts. We won't ever see a fair trial now. No, we won't. We definitely won't. Yeah, that's a fact. We won't. No matter how you feel about it, it's just yeah. Groovy gal, stopping in to say hi, gotta bounce, work's calling, see you tonight on Turtle Island. You have a wonderful Friday, Groovy gal. Thank you for dropping in and saying hi, and I will see you tonight. But all right, guys, so nobody knows who else is locked up in there with them? I figured criminal men. Do you know? Somebody gotta know. One of y'all gotta know. No? Okay. Let's get into it then. Let me share this tab with y'all. All right. So this article is from 2021, right? But this is basically just to give y'all a understanding who's in here. So, life behind bars. James Chadwell II, who Delphi murder cops looked into, gets 90 years in prison for kidnapping and unaliving girl 9. Yeah, that's who he's in here with, right? So this dude right here was looked at. This dude was looked at as a possible, individual that committed this. Now, yeah, I don't want to get too far from the weeds, but I'm not saying that this individual isn't connected in some way, somehow, with the rest of them. We'll just have to see, right? But anyways, just keep that in mind. Just keep it in mind. Let's see. 90 years. So did you know you knew it, criminal med? Did you know? You had to have known, I'm sure. April P. Our legal system is getting just as bad as our medical system. Preach, April P. I agree with that 100%. 100%. Like I said, guys, it's how do I get into that without confusing people. Well, essentially, just look at it, right? Look at it. Y'all, a lot of you guys go to work every day or have family that work every day. And I'm sure you guys hear stories of how insane people's work environments are. And society's falling apart. So why wouldn't the rest of the systems that are supported by the society that runs it, why would they not fall apart too? So that's just where I'm at. That's why I keep predicting this 2024, crazy year for true crime. Well, I mean, because look, it's pretty simple math. Society is going to hell, and so is everything around it. So I mean, we're gonna see more crazy, crazy things happening. People are losing their minds. Yeah. So, anyways, let's get into it. Chadwell, who pleaded guilty in October to those charges, in addition to kidnapping, criminal confinement, strangulation, and battery, was handed a 90-year-old prison sentence on Thursday. Court documents show, and trigger warning, y'all, trigger warning. Court documents show the 9-year-old girl was lured into Chadwell's home on April 19th to pet his dogs. Y'all, let your kids know, man. Let y'all kids know. It's not just strangers with candy, strangers with animals too. This guy could have got Dumpling. If Dumpling was, he could have got her. You know what I mean? You know how she is. She's seen the dog. Should have been like, I want to pet him. Warn your friends, warn your kids. All right. Don't be petting no strange animals. Let me see. Permit, and both are costing more for less. Truth. Miss Louise, good to see you. All right. Chadwell allegedly attacked and strangled the little girl before forcing her into the basement. Like I said, y'all, trigger warning, where he, according to court documents, and y'all could kind of read that stuff, the parts that I'm leaving out, because it's kind of horrible. The little tot told police that Chadwell repeatedly made threats to unalive her if she screamed or tell anyone what happened. Prosecutors allege Chadwell was also choking her with his hands on her neck and using his arms in a headlock to point where she passed out. Oh man. See, look, right here, y'all, right here. This is one of those individuals. Well, I'm telling you, why do they get to continue to breathe? Like, why? Our system's so screwed. Chadwell will not be eligible for parole until 2091 under current Indiana law. Okay, I'm going to leave it on. I'm going to keep reading on. Tippecanoe County Prosecutor Patrick Harrington said, as I told the mother what this means today to her and her family, they can go home and tell the child involved in this case that she can rest tonight knowing she's safe. Bro, like, she's safe? She's safe. You're safe. This nasty man lured you into the house, did these horrible things to you. Your whole life, you're going to be scarred. Your whole life, you're never going to be normal. Never going to have normal relationships. You're always going to have a level of fear higher than the normal person. And you want her to believe that she's safe. Why this individual still breathes oxygen. To me, like, that shit don't make no sense, y'all. It don't make no sense. What kind of world we live in, man? Ugh. I hate our system. Okay, this man will never be in a position to get out of prison or to hurt her again. Bro, people be breaking out of prisons all the time. You keep that to yourself. We're constantly watching that happen. So that ain't true. The victim fought the defendant and is a true survivor of this unimaginable attack. The family thanked the Lafayette police officers for their outstanding effort to quickly locate the victim and save her from any further harm, he said. The girl's mother had called the police that night after she had gone missing for only half an hour. When cops scoured the area, Chadwell allegedly told them that the girl entered his home but had left, according to the court documents. The fuck? When police continued to search for the girl and returned to Chadwell's home, with a search warrant, they found the girl in the basement with bruising and a dog bite on her leg. Back in October during Chadwell's trial, Harrington added that the guilty plea meant that jury did not have to watch the officer's body cam video. It's so graphic that most people who observed it have sought mental health treatment, Harrington said. It's disturbing that a human being could ever treat another person in this manner. Y'all, like I said, why? Why do we have a system where people like this? Oh my Lord. I can't be the only one that feels like this. I can't, man. I can't. This is just, how do they have rights? How is people like this, they get due process? Like, what the anyways, okay, I'll shut up. Chadwell's public defender says his client is taking responsibility. He owns it, Shea Hughes said. Our hearts go out to the victim and the victim's family. Statements like that just irk me, man. The incident took place around 20 miles from Delphi, where two teenage girls were murdered. The teenagers, Abby Williams, 13, and her best friend, Libby German, 14, were discovered near a river a short distance away from the Monon High Bridge Trail in Delphi in February 2017. They were reported missing shortly after Libby posted a final image to her Snapchat of Abby showing her traversing the tracks of the bridge trail. The girls' causes of death have never been disclosed, and their unaliver has never been found. Well, that like I said, this was a 2021 article, so at this point, obviously, the alleged unaliver has been found. I'll use the alleged, guys. All right, just playing. I'm just playing. Don't come for me. All right, don't come for me. Okay, Indiana State Police previously said that autopsies were carried out on the two girls, but officials declined to disclose a cause or time of death for either girl and refused to confirm whether DNA evidence was recovered from the scene. And like I said, too, a lot of this information has actually been leaked out. And if you get deep into this Delphi stuff, which I don't necessarily recommend, you will hear a lot more information about Delphi. But like I said, you got to watch it when you get too deep in this case. It's pretty bad. And like I said, I will reiterate, that's not a rune on that tree. I'm gonna tell you all that much. That ain't no damn rune on that tree. That's all I can say. Chadwell was investigated in connection to the crime, but no formal connection has been established. Sheriff Toby Lesenby said in April, the information has obviously been shared with us and our investigators are looking into him. He urged the public not to jump to any conclusions about any potential link. Let's see. This man will never be in a position. Wait, did I marry that? Let's see. Yeah. Why did it pop back up like that? That's weird. Lesenby revealed the cops were imposing a media blackout on possible suspects in the unalivings of Libby and Abby moving forward. Chadwell is not the first person accused of an abduction crime who has been investigated as a potential person of interest in the murders. I think, yeah, that's article, y'all. That's article. So, but yeah, so not only is Ricky in there with Keegan Kline, he's also in there with this winner right there. That guy right there. Old James Chadwell. So I'm sure that's going to kick some more Delphi rumors up. I'm sure some people they'll make some stuff up with this one. I'm sure it'll be some good clicks and views for some channels. What are you guys saying? Oh, preach, Mrs. Matt, preach. I agree with you. So, but it seems like a lot of people that are just getting into Delphi didn't know about this individual and the fact that he was looked at one point. But knowing what we know now about Keegan Kline, what he's in there for, all the potential connections, this dude being so close to the area, makes you wonder, right? Makes you wonder what we're going to hear. All right, guys. So the other thing I wanted to get into is I have a video from Long Crime about this crazy lady, Miss Jessie, the eye drop murderer, and what's going on with her trial. Well, her sentencing that's been postponed because of some crazy ass information coming out, right? And we're gonna go over the 15. It's about a 15-minute clip, right, of the judge having to deal with it, and then Crazy Jessie's response to the situation herself. It's entertaining. I know some of you guys have been watched this trial and probably have some stuff to say about it. You guys have brought it up in some recent live streams, so I figure we cover it. You know, I mean, something to cover. Plus, we only been up here we ain't even been up here an hour. You know what I mean? So we can get into it. Let's see. Criminal Med Wild. Should judge. Yeah, man. It's just madness. It's madness. That's all we deal with here is madness. Just getting crazier and crazier. Whatever happened to the good old days where it was just like somebody committed a crime, there's a proper investigation done, it went to trial, regular trial happened, person either was innocent or guilty, and we went about our day. That don't happen no more. Now it's I don't know. It's insane. But anyways, guys, so how many of you guys are familiar with this? How many of you guys are familiar with this trial? Give me some ones in chat if you guys are familiar with this trial. Did you guys watch this trial? The eye drop murder trial. My Indiana people said I said Tippecanoe properly. So right on, right on. Let's see, Criminal Med. I've got to go to next court date. For this? For real? Are you talking about this? Mrs. Mab, no. Crafting with D, no. Y'all aren't familiar with the eye drop lady? Oh man. So this lady, yo, she's wild, man. Oh, for real, Criminal Man? You're gonna go? So January, right? It's January 14th, I think, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. I think it's January though, right? So this lady, oh my lord, this lady right here, she unalived somebody with eye drops, supposedly, allegedly, or she's been sentenced of it now. So I guess she did do it, but that's not just the crazy part of it. It's this other stuff now. This other stuff that's come out. Basically, she like tried to get somebody to put some information out that the person that she unalived with the eye drops was like suicide. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. And then there's a chance that the lawyers kind of knew about some stuff. And then the lawyers, like day of sentencing, wanted to pull themselves out of the case, off the case. It's insane. So, anyways, we're going to listen to the 15 minutes of the judge explaining how she's going to deal with this. Dude, all these trials, 2023 has been the trial, like the year of like just cluster F trials, right? All these trials are just going sideways in 2023. So I'm hoping 2024, I'm hoping we see some stability come back to trials, because 2023, there's so many trials that they're just not going right, man. I don't know what is happening. I just don't know. Louis said, I'll still be listening, but I'm leaving chart for a little. I gotta make some coffee. Having one of those days. I'm sorry. Hopefully your day gets better. Sweet. Criminal Med. Obviously, we're gonna have to hear the feedback. We'll bring you up on panel. You can tell us how it goes. We get straight up feedback from Criminal Med. That'll be dope. Moto Mom, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Happy Friday. Crafting with D. I know the judge in the picture. I think she handles this situation really well. Crafting with D. And I'm not saying that because you said you know her, but I think she handles this situation extremely well. like this is a stupid, like, no judge wants to have to deal with this situation she's dealing with right now. And I feel like she handled it very well, very, very well. And Criminal Med says, Don't drink eye drops and steal all the money. Oh, from other case. Okay, I got you. Daryl Brooks' lawyer. Said her lawyer suggested this. She's crazy. Hey, she's pretty well spoken for a crazy person, though. I will give her that. She speaks pretty well. Mrs. Mab said, I have to step away and make lunch for Mab. He's working on the house. Good. All right. Way to take care of him. Way to put him to work, but way to take care of him. Mrs. Map, I'm lurking, but away from the screen. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into it. If y'all could give me some ones and chat. Wait, we're 1.25. That should be good. So let's listen to this judge deal with this situation. Absolute madness. And I'm surprised more people here weren't following this. I could have swore I had more people in a couple live streams bring it up. But anyways, let's get into it, guys.
When I look at SCR 20:1.16 that deals with declining or terminating representation, there is a section of that under a little bit kind of odd how it's.
Doesn't she look so pleasant? In her orange get up?
Numbered, but there's a small a at the beginning, and then subs 1, 2, 3, and then under 3, there's in parentheses a B, which I believe is the provision for which both of you are seeking to withdraw. That states, except as stated in paragraph sub C, a lawyer may withdraw from representing a client if 1, withdrawal can be accomplished without material adverse effect on the interest of the client. 2.
1 second, guys. Dakota, totally off topic. I was just looking at one of the Wyoming's news pages on Facebook. Apparently, someone stole 500 blank vehicle titles in May, and they're just now doing a press release about it. They still haven't found them either. Oh, they ain't finding them. They probably ain't finding them. Yo, that's some prompt reporting right there. Oh, my Lord.
The client persists in a course of action involving the lawyer's services that the lawyer reasonably believes is criminal or fraudulent. 3, the client has used the lawyer's services to perpetuate a crime or fraud. 4, the client insists upon taking action that the lawyer considers repugnant or with which the lawyer has a fundamental disagreement. And if you look further down, there's an or. So it's not that all of these things need to be shown, it's an or. I mean, I don't have the benefit of knowing the basis for what you think is the conflict, other than there's this letter. It says not so nice things, but that's all. I have a denial, apparently. What the state is saying that your client denies writing this. I mean, I could come up with a lot of scenarios where, obviously many people watch this trial. Anyone could take notes.
Criminal Med says the lawyers did not do this, in my opinion. Yeah, I have a hard time believing that the lawyers did this. I think Miss Eye Drops over here. I think it's all her. I think she did all of her stuff on her own. Tinsy, she off someone with eye drops? Yes, that's like assassin level stuff right there, y'all. I mean, you take somebody out with some damn eye drops, that's crazy.
I took time looking through all of this filing, and I think there might be some circumstantial evidence, if you will, that perhaps Jesse Kurczewski is the author. There's content, there are the trial notes, there's other things, but I don't know that anyone can definitively say that at this point in time. I don't even know if I should even consider this. I mean, that's one of the things. If I simply say, I'm striking this from the record, I will not consider it based upon the uncertainty and the ongoing investigation, how is there any conflict of interest?
May I speak?
No, not yet. You are still represented by counsel, and you need to talk to them first. No, hold on.
Judge, some of those papers in there have our handwritten notes on them. We know our own writing.
Well, I don't know that, do I?
Well, I'm telling you now.
But see, that's where an affidavit would have been really, really helpful. Could have been filed under seal. Could have given me more information and avoid what I'm doing here.
Dude, I really like this judge. She handles this situation very well. I'm telling you right now, some judges would have lost their shit. They'd have lost it. Criminal med, mom carried and delivered that letter, in my opinion. Yeah, you're probably right. Probably right. Tenzi, what the heck? Yeah, right. Straight up eye drop assassin.
Court on the record.
Understood. We recognize our own, some of our own notes from trial.
All right, so you believe at least a part of that filing that has what appear to be trial notes were contemporaneously done during the trial, and you recognize your own handwriting on some of it.
Yes.
All right. You know, I've taken a look at also the confidentiality requirements that are applicable to both.
Bro, it looks so uncomfortable at that table. Dude, look at those attorneys. They are not happy. They're not happy. I mean, that's why I have to agree with criminal med on it. I don't think they had nothing to do with it. You could read it all over their faces. You could read it in the body language. They are pissed, in my opinion, in my strong opinion. They stole everything from Lynn. Were they allergic? No, eye drops will jack you up. Eye drops will actually, a small amount of eye drops will jack you up pretty good. Criminal med says, rumor that she was wearing Lynn's missing gold cross during trial. Are you serious? Dude. Yeah, I wish I would have had more time to cover this trial, honestly. I really do. If it wouldn't have happened during my peak season, I would have covered it. It was pretty intriguing. I ain't gonna lie.
There are some limited exceptions to what I would term as the confidentiality requirements between an attorney and a client. Some fall under a shall and some fall under a may. And even if I look under the SCR 20:1.6 says sub C, a lawyer may reveal information relating to the representation of a client to the extent the lawyer reasonably believes necessary. Sub 1 does not apply. There's not death or substantial bodily harm that you would be preventing. You wouldn't be preventing, mitigating, or rectifying substantial injury to another person. But here's where I think you could potentially be required, or at least asked to reveal when it would be to prevent, mitigate, or rectify substantial injury to the financial interest or property of another that is reasonably certain to result or has resulted from the client's commission of a crime or fraud in furtherance of which the client has used the lawyer's services.
Angela K, good to see you, man. Listening while driving in the ice for another 200 miles. Oh, my Lord, Miss Angela K, please be safe. That's a long ass drive to be dealing with ice. Ugh. Please be safe.
Even if you believe there's some unwitting use of your services, the fact that part of these crimes for which your client now stands convicted involves theft from the estate and there's a pending probate case, I think one could argue that what's in this letter, if true, because I think for purposes of the motion, I have to assume that it's true. I don't think I gotta give you all the benefit. It's just for purposes of the withdrawal, Ms. Kurczewski, right? Your attorneys have asked to withdraw. I have to base it on some facts. And hold on.
I haven't had representation in the last week though, and I need to be able to
Ms.
speak to
Kurczewski,
that.
now is not the time. You will be given an opportunity, but I need to have facts upon which this decision of mine, which is a very important decision being made. Counsel and defendants.
Tinsy. It was ingested, Tinsy. It wasn't in the eyes. It was actually ingested. If you ingest even a small amount of eye drops, it's not pleasant. So it's it was like poisoning.
Oftentimes have a disagreement on strategy. Relationships fall apart. That does not always mean that attorneys are allowed to withdraw. Because as Attorney Sitzberger has pointed out, it would be so simple and it'd lead to absurd results if every time a defendant raised an allegation, whether it be an ethics complaint or criminal activity, if that were enough, we'd never have criminal defense attorneys, right? So there has to be something more. I'm concerned in this case because of the fact there's not a postmark.
Man, I'm bummed that I missed this trial, guys. I'm bummed that my work schedule is the way it is right now because I think I would have enjoyed listening to her. I like a good trial and a good judge, and the way that she's speaking right now, I feel like I missed out on a good trial. I could be wrong. Some of y'all could probably correct me on that. I don't know how the defense and the prosecution was. I don't know if it was like entertaining at all, and I know trial is entertaining. I'm a nerd, whatever, but criminal man, new defense. My lawyer did it. I like that one. I don't think I've heard that one yet, right? Oh, criminal med. Yeah, yes, it was cray cray. Damn it, man. See, my work schedule screwed me. I love to listen to a good, crazy trial, man. It's entertaining. It's really entertaining. And this one was crazy all the way through. And then even after the sentence gets, or the verdict gets read, it's still crazy. Like, you can't beat trials like that. I mean, you really hope not to see it happen, but I guess you have to embrace it when it does.
On this envelope. And I'm concerned that there is an ongoing investigation as to whether it came from the jail, whether it came from you or someone else. There's other things it could be. Like I said, there's, a lot of people watch the trial. I now know that your attorneys recognize their own handwriting.
Let's see. Crafting with D. Are we able to rewatch the trial? Yeah, the whole trial was on Law and Crime. Crafting with D. It was all on Law and Crime for sure. So it would be easy to go back and watch it if you'd want to watch it. So I'm not sure if you're saying like you personally can go watch it or us as a channel. I'm not sure. But either way, I mean, I guess. Let's see. Louise said, "Did you already go over this TRPP? I missed the first 30 minutes of this live." No. I forget what all. I've been over this live stream. I've talked about Turtle Island. What? Did I talk about Turtle Island? I talked about having a good time. And I talked about how there'd be salty tears from the haters. And they should watch their computer screens or their electronics with the salt because salt's bad for your electronics. That's what I talked about, Luis. Talked about Richard Allen. Talked about who he's in prison or in jail with or whatever, incarcerated with at the moment. And now we're into this. So it's been a little. We covered some stuff. Pat Gaines says, mushrooms, eye drops, people trying to be real sneaky for sure. You gotta hit him with the combo, right? Gotta hit him with the combo. Hit him with the mushrooms and everything, the eye drops at the same time. Just, it's not good, man. Not good. All you, too many questionable people be listening to these stories too. It kind of gets scary, right? Let's see, Criminal Mad. Have you heard Howard Hunter has accused Juror 1 of having love for Nazis? Are you fucking kidding me? You're lying. Criminal Mad, you're lying. I know you're not lying. But seriously? Dude, what is wrong with them? Why do they hate Juror 1? Because Juror 1 is literally, it's everything that you want. When you know that you're fighting for the right cause, you want a juror like Juror 1. Every trial you want one. They hate though. Okay, Crafting said for you, yeah. If I had more time, I'd go back and watch it too. Crafting with D. If I didn't have to do all this research for all this other stuff, I'd go back and watch it too. It sounds entertaining, especially if Criminal Med says that it was entertaining. Louis Joey said it's about the third Vic died. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, that's what I heard. There was 3 victims, and they're all they were all staff that Vegas shooting, the university shooting. Let me see. Criminal Med said yes. His question had the S in Sally Smith's name supposedly look like the SS. What? Are you serious? What the hell? You gotta be kidding me, man. Those. I'm telling you right now, old John Shopkins, All Prisoners Hospital, their defense is a bunch of slime balls. And they're a bunch of slime balls too. Whoever up high is making this all-out effort to just continually fight the Kowalskis and lie. Like, come on, man, it's ridiculous. So is that what they filed yesterday, Criminal Med? Is that what they were talking about on that live stream that I caught that you were watching? Is that what they were talking about? Attorney Anderson was talking about? They had filed something else? Is that what it is? Accusations at juror 1 is a that's a bad accusation to be making about people. You shouldn't be saying stuff like that if it's unfounded. Pat Gaines says these gals being like Mata Hari spy or something for real. Criminal Med said really new low. No, today a new one. Are you kidding me? That's so crazy, dude. Like, yeah, I'll never go to that hospital. I'll never have anything to do with anything affiliated with that hospital as best as I possibly can. It's ridiculous. It's like you guys lost. Take the fucking L, pay the family, and change the way you do stuff, and show the community at large that you've changed. Fix your brand. Don't ruin it more. You guys are just ruining it more. Nobody wants to see it, right? I think the community has pretty much had their eyes open to this point, the whole situation. Kumar said they just burning it down. Yeah, they're burning the whole company down, the whole brand, the whole label. What's up, rapper? Happy Friday, sir. Happy Friday. But yeah, so I don't know, man. Johns Hopkins, y'all need to get together. Oh, Criminal Med, you weren't here last night, but I covered the Apollo kitty situation. I covered that one that you sent me. Yo, that's wild. So Criminal Med, I have in chat, if you could drop it in chat. Do you think that we're going to see more and more big institutions like that in other countries getting outed for crazy things that aren't above board? Because that's what it seemed like. It seems like where they popped them for, or supposedly might have been doing the kidney thing. It seems like that's a big organization, right? Like they're big there, and they're probably held to the standard. Oh shit! There we go. She said yes. Thailand next. So you think that what I was speculating last night, I was telling everybody as I was covering it that I think that we're going to start seeing more big organizations in other countries take the fall or get busted for things based on what happened here with this one trial with Johns Hopkins. That's what my speculation was. It just seems like, you know what I mean? I don't think anybody's safe now. It's like, I was explaining too, it's like we're the gold standard for the rest of the world for the most part, right? And our gold standard was Johns Hopkins. So them getting their asses handed to them in a lawsuit like that and being exposed the way they did, you would think the rest of the big companies and corporations and organizations in other countries are probably going to have the same thing happening. You would think. Criminal Med says South America bogus plastics. Ooh, okay. Okay. So let's keep rolling on this. I know it's kind of like a side conversation about the Maya stuff, but I'm partial to that one. I'm emotionally attached to that case, that trial, and everything that is going to stem from it. It's very important. I feel like the importance of that whole case, that whole trial, the whole situation, what it means for the medical system I just think it's super important. Not enough people really understand it, you know. But then again, not everybody's got a criminal med explaining things to them, so there's that as well. I'm just an average dude. I wouldn't know as much as I know unless I had great people around me teaching me things. And what better than a medical person with professor level knowledge to teach you, right? It's great. Louise says, sorry I missed anyone. I'm still in and out of chat, still making coffee. So Louise said, sorry if she missed any of y'all. She loves y'all. She's busy. All right, let's keep rolling on this, y'all.
That's very concerning to the court because very few people would have had access to that. And I have to be concerned with the integrity of these.
Come on.
I read the cases that that the defense cited, and in particular, State versus Miller. There's a difference when ineffective assistance of counsel and a conflict of interest is raised in a post-conviction proceeding where a defendant or an attorney, or even in the Miller case, there's a discussion of when the state raises a concern with counsel. And that in that circumstance, which is really not what we're dealing with here, that it can't just be fabricated to get, counsel off of the case when there's an adversary that, the state might think is formidable. That's what he talked about in that case. But this is raised prior to sentencing. And I believe the case law is pretty darn clear that if I can find there's an actual conflict of interest or a serious.
Dude, there's a massive conflict of interest, but I really appreciate how calm this judge is, dude. She is so professional, so calm. It blows me away. I'd probably be losing my mind if I was the judge. Pat, you just had to say it, didn't you, Pat? Is no one gonna say the magic word today? Then I will. Cheesecake. Oh, you just had to do it, didn't you, Pat? You just had to do it. So now, I'm gonna have no choice, but when I go pick up my daughter to stay the weekend with me, I'm gonna have to get some cheesecake on the way home. Thanks a lot, Pat. I was probably gonna get it either way, right? Oh snap! I said hot fudge banana cheesecake with fresh whipped cream today. Where did you say that? Where did you say that? Criminal Med? Did you send it to me in a message, or did you say it in the chat? I can't remember. I'm lost on where I see things nowadays. This chat, that chat, this message, this email. I don't know. It's hard to keep track anymore. Oh, that's right. Oh. Oh my god. Guys, that's how scatterbrained I am. Let me quick shout out Criminal Med. Thank you so much, Criminal Med, for the special donation for the cheesecake. I appreciate you. Oh, sorry, Criminal Med. Hey boys, I'm out there, man. I'm all over the place. Steph V, happy Friday, Steph. You watching from the bushes? Well, hey, I'll take it. It does sound yummy. Oh, my stomach's about to growl, y'all. I know it. Oh, it's about to growl. As soon as Pat said cheesecake, like literally my stomach was like, what? Cheesecake? Bro, you just worked? You could use some cheesecake. I'm like, nah, I don't need some cheesecake. And then my stomach's like, but you could have some cheesecake. I have an internal struggle. We have fights all the time. Me and my stomach, my brain and stuff. It's horrible. Told you guys I'm crazy.
Serious potential conflict of interest. Then I have to presume there's prejudice. That means I create a situation if I make all those findings that cast doubt on the entire sentencing hearing if I force attorneys Kugler and Galavis to stay on. That's what we're dealing with right here. And for everyone, the court, I'm right here with everyone. Is it frustrating? Absolutely. Do I want to get this case concluded? Absolutely. Do I want to give Ms. Kurczewski the opportunity to file her appeal, which presumably will follow and raise issues? Absolutely. I'm well aware there's rulings you will absolutely want to appeal that I make. One of which is the jury instructions. I get that. And for the victim, there needs to be finality as well. But it does no one any good if I ignore all of this, simply plow forward and then have to redo it at a later point in time. I'm a big believer, right? Let's do things right the first time to avoid that appeal, or at least that particular issue. And I think there's an argument that if I ignore all of this and later on a court of appeals or Supreme Court says this was an actual conflict of interest, or one at least that rises to the level of being a serious.
Well, it's definitely a conflict. It's such a mess because this is like what information was just exposed in this trial, right? It gets exposed after the verdict gets read, before the sentencing, but the information pertained in this is it's a big impact to her character, right? And the character issue comes into sentencing with the judge. So yeah, this is a tricky situation for this judge to navigate properly if you think of like the context of appeals and doing everything proper. So like when I keep saying this judge did an amazing job and how she was able to manage her composure and everything and not get super upset and kept her articulation, like I'm super impressed with this lady. She's pretty awesome. Her honor.
Potential conflict of interest.
Wait. Criminal Med. I won a championship for Banana Cream. Oh, that sounds good too. Damn. Pat Gaines says, surrender to the cheesecake. That's the way that's what my stomach says. That's what mine does too. Oh, me and my stomach be fighting all the time. My stomach, you be causing me to have to work out harder. That shit ain't fun when you're 40. All right. I don't want to have to do a bunch of that. But then my stomach wins most of the time. So, dude, my stomach's growling out. Oh my Lord. Oh, you guys are ridiculous. Criminal and all butter Christmas cookies. Y'all are killing me. Y'all are killing me. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. And Criminal said, and she is getting life already. I know. And that's the stupid part about our broken system, right? Is that literally, even though she's getting life, this coming in this way, there's like nothing the judge can do about it. She literally has to do what we're doing, right? But hey, Criminal Med, guess what? Because this happened, you get to go see it in January, right? So awesome. I'm interested to hear what you have to say when you go. I'm really interested. It should be entertaining for sure. Let's see. I think she is trying to take down lawyers with her, in my opinion. Yeah, she one of them true narcissists, right? She can't stand the fact that she was found guilty, right? Found at blame. So she's like, I can't do it by myself. These fools did it with me. All right, I'll shut up. Let's keep going.
Then that would likely be the remedy, assuming all other issues, would be affirmed. So I'm mindful of that as well. This weighs heavily on me. I spent a lot of time looking at it. I looked at the various ethical provisions. And while I agree with the state that it can't be just an allegation from a disgruntled or desperate defendant, generally speaking, there has to be something more. It is important, Ms. Kurczewski, that I know your position on all of this as well, because also in the case law, there's a recognition that even with an appointed attorney, if this is who you want to continue representation, that matters as well. And I don't know your position, so I'll ask you, I don't want you to comment on anything else. Merely, do you want either Attorney Galaviz or Attorney Kugler to represent you at sentencing?
I will have to say, though, for crazy eye drop killer lady, she's very well spoken. I mean, compared to some people we've heard speak in trials, pretty well spoken. Let's see, Angela K. So I hope it comes to okay, but my stepdad was on a jury once. Thankfully, there were jurors because he didn't hear a bit of the trial. He just went with what everybody said. Yo, that's funny. I'll give you guys I've been on one jury, right? I've done jury duty one time. It was a week-long week-long trial. And I can tell you right now, there are some people that do that, like regardless if they can hear or not. There are some people that don't really want to be there, but don't have a good excuse to not be there. So they'll do that. They'll just go in there, and whatever the majority is what they'll go with. They'll just, it's cool. I'm gonna go with that. So yeah, that happens. It definitely happens one way or another. It does happen. When I was on jury duty, though, I was the youngest one in there, straight up youngest one in there. Obviously, that wasn't any time recently, but I was the youngest one in there, and I think I was like the most argumentative one because I would not just go with what people are saying. I was like, that you're not looking at the way that we're supposed to. They didn't want to take the judge's orders, right? You got to take the judge's instructions, right? And it was like they weren't wanting to do it on the instructions. They were like wanting to go off their own sense of what was right. And I was like, no, the judge said it's got to be this way. So I don't know. It's interesting. It's an interesting time. If you haven't had jury duty or got to do it, I recommend doing it at least once. And then after that, make excuses. That's cool, but try it once. I didn't do it, so make a fake video and send it to the prosecution. Right. Oh my Lord, my stomach's growling. That's horrible. Amanda Snyder, good to see you. Late to the game crew in the house. My notification didn't notify me. What? How is that not going to notify you? I had this planned since last night. This show was planned since last night. I had to like bump it back an hour this morning, but that's weird. Criminal Med, no, wait until you hear trial. No, not well spoken. Oh, okay. At least in this little clip, she sounded better. She sounded more well spoken than some of the other individuals we've heard in trials. But I'll take your word for it. I didn't watch the full trial. I just saw clips here and there and heard what you were giving, what feedback you were telling me about. But I digress. Let's keep rolling, y'all.
I did. I do not, because up until yesterday, neither one has done anything for me now because they had halted all proceedings due to the DA conversation they have had. So at this point, as much as I wanted to get out of Waukesha County and proceed forward and go through appeals, I don't, because nothing has been done for sentencing except last minute yesterday. Partial. I have letters of character in limbo. I have nothing completed for sentencing. So no, I don't. And I frankly blame the state for that. They proceeded to release this information, but should have not been done. And it has created this mess. So
hey, Criminal Med, she sounds like she'd be a good lawyer, though, right? Full of shit like a lawyer. Did she sound like a lawyer right there? Seriously. Amanda Snyder, I don't know. I hit notify me when it comes on, but I got nothing. It's YouTube, Miss Amanda. It is YouTube. They need to get it together. And Criminal Med says, hell to the 9-9.
they are requesting they should not on their behalf. I don't think this is right. Everything has been done wrong since they have came forward last week with this information. And I do say, no, I did not write it. There's cameras all over this jail. There's recorded phone calls. There's a lot of issues here that no, everything should be stopped. And I need to look at my legal rights because I don't know.
I need to look at my legal rights because I'm not an attorney, and you guys should have been able to catch me doing it if I did it. So if you didn't catch me doing it, I didn't do it per se. So come on, man. It's either you or your mama did it, right? One of the two, Criminal Men. Yeah, no, yeah. This lady.
I can tell you, no, I do not think because of everything that I have sent. No, I should not have either attorney, which is very hard to proceed at this point, and sentencing should be stopped today.
I can advise you that even if I require them to stay on, I would not go forward with sentencing today because I'm mindful that there has been a pause. And so knowing that if I were to keep them on, I would adjourn sentencing to give them time to prepare. Does that change your position in any way?
No, I don't think either one of them feel comfortable staying on, so I would prefer not to at this point because
they don't feel comfortable because you a liar, man. You was trying to make them look like they did something. I mean, you could just read it completely, right? In the attorney's faces, 100%. Like, they're like, this girl, like, she full of
the conversation or lacked little of conversation I've had with both of them. I would prefer.
Do you understand that could be a significant delay?
Unfortunately, yes, I do. And that is more upsetting, and that is on the state at this point. They released this information. They made this mess.
Oh, my Lord. She putting it all off on them. She's like, I didn't do anything. This is all some BS. It was the Oh snap! Criminal Meth says she a spitter too. Beware. Oh, she that nasty, man. People that spit are so nasty. You a spitter or a biter, that's just so dirty. Amanda, they need to do better now. I'm behind. Well, I'll replay it later when Ubering. Good listening content. Win-win either way. Perfect. That's a good idea. That's what I do. I'll be catching all replays when I'm working and stuff. Sam, good to see you. Good to see you. The only thing I saw in this trial was the ugly cry at the end. Is that mean? No, it was pretty ugly. It was pretty ugly, Sam. You ain't lying. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. The acting was pretty bad. That's all I'm saying.
It should have been stopped, but they did this, and that is quite frankly very frustrating.
Quite.
They have no way to blame but themselves.
She's lying, bro. She's lying, guys. Come on. I've watched enough behavior panel. I know what's up. I'm certified in this now. Not really, but dude, how she is looking down the whole time, the way she's moving her head, dude, she is lying out the side of her neck, bro. This absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. Let's see. Criminal said stole some trial notes and it exactly matches her handwriting, but the lawyers thought this. Yeah, it was the lawyers. It was the lawyers. Let's forget about the handwriting. Let's forget about all that. It was the lawyers. No, dude, she is lying, hardcore lying right now, guys. Like, look at she will not. She's trying to look anywhere but at that judge, right? She is downside this that. The way that, come on, man, red flags all day long, like horrible, in my opinion. Criminal, understand it was a long, horrible death, destroyed her digestive system. It's just like the mushrooms, right? Just like the mushrooms. Well, not just like the mushrooms, but horrible nonetheless. Those mushrooms are extra bad. Those are extra bad.
It is very frustrating. It is very frustrating. And I was told walking out of the detective's office last week, just so you know, you probably will not be leaving anytime soon because of this. Knowing I want to leave. I have not told them I did not write these letters. So again, that is coming from
Cry me a
my
river. She crying about this, man. Like, dude, the level of narcissism with this one is very strong. Pathological liar as well. Yes, I agree. Criminal man, I agree with that one.
I did not.
We should,
I'm
going to advise you at this point that I've heard your position. You should consult with
Yeah.
I would love to. I spoke to one record and nobody will
making any
talk to
further
me.
statements.
I've been trying all week. And I have a letter for you that
She literally cannot look at the judge and speak to the judge. She is lying, like just full sin lying.
I'm trying to get through the jail, but I will not send it anywhere because I don't trust putting anything out there. So
There's the ugly cry, Sam. There's the ugly cry that you're talking about, Sam. I mean like Sam. I'm sorry. Apologize, guys. Amanda, I hate to ask, but what the spitter do again? She unalived somebody with eye drops. She unalived somebody with eye drops. Letter like syrup. They all have like that similar look, right? In the eyes. It's like it's right there. You can't hide it if they'll look at you, right? But like I said, she is showing every sign of being a straight up liar. 100% lying.
I've had a letter since Sunday for you. I couldn't send it. I have it with me today. Obviously,
I'll accept that filing today if you would like to provide it, and it will be uploaded and e-filed, and it will be part of the record.
Oh yeah, this is a wild one. So I'm glad that we covered this, though. Even though we didn't cover the trial, I'm glad we covered this little situation that's happening in this trial case, since whatever we're calling it at this point, because Criminal Med's going to watch it. You get to go watch it in January. I'm excited about that. It'll be cool. I'm gonna make you get up here and tell us all about it. So glad we covered it. Yeah. Good call. Let's see. Sam says, I'll have to watch this. I've been on and off the internet today. Kind of got to watch from the bushes today, but good to see everyone. Well, Sam, hopefully life isn't keeping you in the bushes. You know what I mean? Hopefully everything's all right. I get it, though. Sometimes you got to take a break. sometimes life gets a little busy. All right, so that's what we have with this situation with this crazy. Let's move on to the next crazy. And I know there's only 22 of you left, so I'm probably going to lose probably half of you on this next one because this next one's kind of bad, y'all. So trigger warning on this one. This is the most recent thing I could find on Tiffany Lucas. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this situation with this lady out in Kentucky. Sure, chat, you guys will probably let me know pretty quick here in chat. But anyways, I was gonna pull up articles and read articles about what's going on with it. But to be honest with y'all, I'm sick of reading. I've been reading the last couple live streams a lot, and sometimes it's just nice to react to some videos and watch some, review a video or two. And just so happens my boy Jesse Weber did a sidebar on this case, and we're gonna review and react to Jesse's sidebar on this case. And I figured most y'all ladies are happy to watch Mr. Jesse, so I figured it's a win-win for everybody. Okay, I don't have to read, and y'all get to stare at Jesse. And Jesse always brings some good information, and he's pretty middle of the road, unbiased. So I dig the dude. Yeah. All right. Let's get this tab shared up there. All right, let me catch back up in chat, make sure I didn't miss anything. Let's see. Criminal Med. The prosecution witness are great to watch. The defense is entertaining with Jesse. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get into it. Give me some ones in chat. Let me know you guys can hear it. And then, like I said, here, let me back this up all the way. All right.
Are you walking? Are y'all shopping? Yeah. Go Peanut. Go Peanut. Go Peanut. Yay.
We're going to get into everything we know in the Tiffany Lucas story with Crime Fix's Anjanette Levy. This is the case of the mom accused of shooting to death her two young boys. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber.
Thank you, Miss Pat Gaines. Thank you, Criminal Med. Thank you guys for dropping those ones. How many of you all throw some twos up in chat for anybody that's heard of this case? Throw some twos in chat. Let me know who's heard of it. I'm interested to know. That being said, trigger warning. Even though it's a sidebar, the topics in this are pretty bad, y'all. They're pretty bad. Pretty heartbreaking. But I haven't covered this yet, so I figured, hey, let's cover it. Let's cover it. Y'all know how I do it. I slide this in, and it just gets progressively a little bit harder. You know what I mean? As we get into the show. But it is what it is. Somebody got to cover it.
All right, let's get back to a story that we've been following for a little bit. We want to do kind of a deeper dive on it. We haven't talked about it in a couple of weeks. So this is that horrific story out of Kentucky where a 32-year-old mother is accused of shooting to death her own children. Tiffany Ann Catherine Lucas has been charged with the murders of her two young boys, 6-year-old Maurice, 9-year-old Jaden. They were found by authorities in the home, shot in the head. And, when we first covered this case, I actually interviewed Bullitt County Sheriff's Office Chief Deputy Colonel Alex Payne. And again, this is when it first happened. We didn't know all the details. He couldn't reveal so much. And he said something to me that, even though I know what happened now, it was just so chilling when I first heard it. Let's just play that real quick.
Wait, before he gets into playing that, oh, my Lord, y'all. What? Can somebody explain it to me? Explain, you got a good life, beautiful kids, live in a beautiful neighborhood, life is good. How? Oh, my Lord. Oh, my goodness. What do you guys say in the chat? Let me see. Sam says, I don't understand how a mom can do this. Yeah, me neither. Criminal Med. I just don't understand why you can't just bring them to the hospital and leave, no questions. This, I don't know, man. This one's a hard one for me. I don't know how to really break this one down. I'm still working on this one. Just because, just knowing the details of it, it's it's devastating, man. It's hard to even, once you hear how the babies were unalived, it's hard to like even start hearing the other details and trying to wrap your brain around it. And you guys know I like the human psychology aspect of all this, so that's usually what I'm here for. And in this one, I'm like trying to wrap my mind around it. I'm like, I just can't. I don't understand. Dakota, I just don't understand what on earth is going on. Why are parents doing this shit to all the children? Like I said, it's because our society's falling apart. Our society is lacking morals so bad, so bad. And that's just a simplified way of saying the shit's messed up, bro. It's messed up. Sam, I just don't understand it at all. Dakota, honestly, I just don't think there is any excuse for doing anything like this. There isn't. You know, and I'm just as fast track for women that do heinous stuff like this as I am for the men. Like, let's go, get them out. They done. Luis, yeah, I hate women like this. They don't need to be moms. She should have gave them to someone who would love them like real love, not this fake beep love. Pat Gaines, pray for the children. I pray for them every day, Pat Gaines. I pray for a lot every day, because man, it's just my tiny part. I wish everybody would do it. Our society's screwed right now. Okay, that's for Luis. Okay, let's keep rolling, y'all.
I can tell you this: the boys were shot in an area that would not be survivable for anybody. However, they were alive, to the best of our knowledge, when they were transported by EMS to the hospital, and passed away while at the hospital.
Yeah, pretty horrifying there. A Bullitt County Sheriff's Detective, Richard Beal, testified during a court appearance that two neighbors, a husband and a wife, called 911 after hearing gunshots. And Beal explained that after reviewing nearby Ring doorbell footage, you can hear 4 gunshots. They were fired within 30 seconds. And then about 5 minutes after the last shot, Lucas leaves the home and yells for help, even tells a neighbor, allegedly, that, quote, her kids were dying. That neighbor apparently ran inside, attempted to help the boys. When police arrived, Lucas allegedly was lying in her neighbor's driveway. She was arrested. She was interviewed. And she told the police that the shooting was seemingly an accident. That
What the fuck? How you accidentally shoot both your babies in the head, lady? What? Accident? The hell? I mean, what do you do? What do you do as neighbors as well, right? What do you do as a neighbor? You're sitting there, you're doing your thing, and pop, pop, pop. Like, what the hell? You go out, and your neighbor's 2 babies have been shot. Like, what do you do? How do you respond to that? How do you not end up traumatized for life over that, right? Crazy, absolutely crazy. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm back. My house just got loud. It just got loud here. I think my uncle just got into town. But yeah, what do you do? What do you do? It's, I don't know, man. That'd be a bit much. Louise, sorry for the bad wording. Just makes me so angry. Don't even say sorry. Don't even worry about that. Don't even worry about that. Criminal med, oops. Dakota, that is not a thing, not an accident. I know. Sorry, didn't mean it. Okay, that's for Dakota. But yeah, guys, so how traumatized would you be if your neighbor came to you and like that's what you come up on? And then like, how do you respond to that, right? It's like you go, you see the baby's down, like obviously you should be able to tell what happened, right? I'm assuming. And mom's fine, like nothing's wrong with her, but the babies are dead. What do you do? Like, what do you do? It's like you're worried about the babies, but then it's like, dude, are you putting it together in your head as a neighbor, like she did this? And then it's like, you got to watch your ass and be safe too. Like, it'd just be a crazy situation to be put in the middle of. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I don't know, but nuts. Let's see. Pat said, if it was an accidental shooting, only one would have been shot, not both, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's insane. Like, I don't even understand it either. It's like, she unalives them and then goes to get help and then gives some bogus ass story. Just none of it makes sense, man. None of it makes sense. Let me see. Dakota said, I'm so sick of these influencers thinking they can do whatever they want. It's so gross. Louise said, Dakota probably fake treated good. She was an influencer or whatever. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is also true. And definitely not an accident. Yeah, she ain't the first one. She's not the first influencer to do some crazy stuff. And influencer is the title you could put on a YouTuber, you could put on a TikToker, Instagram person, any of that stuff. So definitely not the first. We just saw a murder trial with I think she's a YouTuber or OnlyFans model or something like that. It's true though, they do. Once these younger women from this screwed up generation get money and get some level of fame, all of a sudden they walk on water and they could do whatever they want. And from all reports I've heard that she might be this type of individual. So it sounds like you ladies are up to date on that. Let's keep rolling, y'all.
Someone had given her a gun, but also she said that, quote, she's in such a bad spot and is, quote, so stupid, and that, quote, she would never do anything like this unless someone manipulated her. The gun, by the way, was reportedly found on the bed. Detective Beal also testified that Lucas, quote, made statements that she was being manipulated through Facebook, through the internet, or through Wi-Fi, through Facebook and through her Wi-Fi, being manipulated into doing what she did. She was charged with 2 counts of murder, as I said, and a Bullitt County judge set a $2 million bond for Lucas, saying that she is a danger to others. Well, now we want to get into a little bit more.
Yeah? You think? Maybe?
Of this, and I want to bring on correspondent for the Law and Crime Network and host of Crime Fix, Anjanette Levy. Anjanette, always.
I know you ladies got to be pissed off in chat right now, right? Y'all fuming, right? Like, this has got to have you guys upset. Well, that rage that you're feeling inside right now, that rage, that maternal instinct of protection that, like, just you literally can't ignore. It just naturally happens, where you just want to take this girl out, just probably, you know what I mean? I'm not promoting violence or anything, but that feeling that y'all are feeling right now, whether you're here live watching this or you catch this on the replay, that hearing this, that feeling, that's the same feeling I get when I have to cover these crimes and a dude did something like this. Like, it's just, that's why I'm like, ooh, fast track him, get him out of here. I just had to share that with y'all because I'm sure you guys feel that the way I feel that when you're seeing the opposite, you know, your same sex did something they just shouldn't be doing, you know?
Always good to see you. Thanks for coming back on.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Jesse. I'm sorry it has to be for such a really awful story, but I think it's important that we talk about it.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's something that a lot of my guests say. I wish it was under better circumstances, but those are the cases that we're covering. You actually cover this quite a bit on your show, Crime Fix. Just to start off, what is your reaction, your thoughts on this? Because, you know, it's one that we want to keep covering because it's so shocking.
Yeah, well, I have a lot of thoughts on it, actually. You know, it would have been interesting for us to have gone to the preliminary hearing. We didn't. But here are my thoughts on this. You know, it's so weird how people can look so together on social media. That's why I think social media is often so deceiving. We saw those pictures of her on Halloween
I will say this though. That fake shit has been around before social media. It's been around before social media. Before social media, people faked it with their family pictures, you know, with like their seasonal pictures, with, you know, going and putting on that display for the society, that fake stuff's been around for a long time. So what you see with the family isn't always what it is, right? And that's been that way before social media. It's just social media has amplified it, no doubt, has made it even worse, because then it's not just put on the facade when you have to be out in public, but then it's like put on this fake facade where people see 24/7. Definitely it's existed before social media, but social media has definitely not helped at all. Criminal Man says, so the influencer is claiming she was influenced. Nope. Amanda says she needs to meet old Sparky. Yes, I agree, Amanda. Me and you get along, Amanda. I can see we get along. Right, forever. Mm-hmm.
Around Halloween with their kids. They look all happy. They're in their costumes. Everybody's having fun. When it sounds like from everything we're learning that, you know, her life was a wreck behind the scenes.
Oh man, a lot of I don't even want to get into it, but a lot of influencers aren't what they seem, y'all. That's for damn sure. Miss Jeannie Ange dropping out the bushes with that $10 super sticker. Thank you, Miss Jeannie Ange. You heard me talk about getting cheesecake, huh? You're like, gotta take care of the boy. Gotta take care of him. Gotta make sure he keeps that weight on, huh? Appreciate you, Jeannie Ange. Actually, Jeannie, how is the community there in Vegas after the shooting? I was wondering how that affected y'all's community. I haven't really heard anybody from Vegas talking about it that I know of personally. I was just wondering how y'all are doing up there. Let's see. Dakota, literally faking pictures has been around for years. Look at BTK's. Man, Dakota got my back on that, so Dakota get it. You get it, right? Luis, F that, yeah, I might be able to be manipulated, but for me, that's impossible for anyone to manipulate me to harm my child. She's a bunch of BS and maybe drugs, but me, if it's just with my, there's no way. There's not, that all, I was influenced. Oh, I agree. They were beautiful little boys. She a monster, man. She a monster. She female Chad Dorman. That's what it is right there. That's female Chad Dorman, in my opinion. That's what she did. She executed those little boys just like Chad executed his little boys. It's literally the same thing. Louise, I won't do anything to impair my ability to be clear-headed. Yeah, no doubt. Miss Jeannie Ange, it was half a block from my house. We were locked in place for like 12 hours. Dang. Because I'm not joking, Jeannie. You were the first person I thought about when that was popping off. I was like, damn, Jeannie Ange is there. It's like my cousin has a house there as a rental there, but she ain't there. Like, she's down the street, right? So I wasn't really worried about her, obviously, but I was thinking about you when I saw that was going on. I was like, damn, that's where Jeannie Ange is. I wonder how close she is to it, but damn, you was on top of it. I'm glad that everything. Well, I know we have casualties, but I'm glad that it wasn't worse than what it is. That's for sure. Especially after the last incident in Vegas, how bad that was. Yeah, I don't know. But you got to look at the bright side of bad things, I guess, when it happens. Could have been way worse. Mrs. Mab, TRPP chat, I have to go. Great seeing y'all. Have a blessed day. Mrs. Mab, thank you for being here. I hope you have a beautiful Friday. I'll see you tonight on Turtle Island. Luis, also me, my true just comes out, my nice and goofy self, but still I'm very cautious with everything. Yeah, I mean, you got it when you got them babies. Jeannie Ange, it was like a war zone with all the cops and helicopters, etc. I can only imagine, because Vegas has already got that crazy energy about it on the normal, just the regular energy there's pretty intense. I can only imagine what it's like when you have an active shooter situation at a university, like literally right there. Like you could literally throw a rock where it was at from where you're at. Had to have been intense. I couldn't imagine. And I'll be honest with you, I'm glad you're safe now, but I'm glad I didn't realize how close you were to it, because I would have been freaking out in my head the whole time. Let's see. Yes, no, especially since you're a mom. Definitely. All right, let's keep rolling on this, y'all.
And I think this is probably somebody who I know that the family members of the two boys say we don't believe that she had mental health issues. Maybe she does, maybe she doesn't. But I know a lot of times people who struggle with addiction and who are addicted to drugs, they're self-medicating. They get into drugs because they do have mental health issues, and they're taking drugs, or they get into drugs to feel normal, or they try drugs and if they get hooked. It's all how your body and your brain reacts to the drugs once it gets into your system. So she may have some mental health problems coupled with these addiction issues, and it just creates this.
May, I'm, bro. Look, check it out. Out here in Cali, obviously, it's California. I'm an 80s baby, right? I grew up through the 90s. That being said, I've been around some damn partying. I've been around this, that, this, right? Neglect the kid? Maybe, when somebody's just partying and not taking care of their responsibilities. But I ain't never seen drugs cause a parent to do what this lady's done. So I'm pretty safe to say, there's probably some mental instability there on top of the drug use. Just my opinion.
This perfect storm. It doesn't make her not responsible for her actions, and it sounds clearly like she killed her little boys.
Ooh, Pat Gaines just asked a good question. Let me see. Pat Gaines says, TPP, have you ever did research on the uprise of these kinds of cases from year to year? I'm just curious. Pat Gaines. That's the stuff that is frustrating me on YouTube, right? Because with true crime, I can actually take all these cases and trials that we deal with, and I can break them down into the social issues that cause them and like the social dynamics behind it. It gets very complex, and it gets you into topics that some people don't want to discuss in true crime. So yes, definitely I have done that to an extent that most people be like, damn, this fool, like, he had a different level. But I don't get to interject that into true crime here on YouTube because not everybody wants to hear about that stuff, unfortunately. But that's a good question. That is a good question. Let's see. All right, keep rolling.
Working here, researching, covering the stories we do, you quickly realize your physical safety and your digital.
Criminal Med say, who cares? Fast track and be done. That's what I'm saying. Amanda, I'm pretty effing positive she's got issues. 100%. Criminal Med, the most likely thing to happen is you pass out, not run, and unalive. Thank you. I know, right? I know it was kind of bold of me to step outside of like my expertise, which I have none, and predict she has some mental issues. But come on, man, come on. Even my medical professionals in the chat weren't arguing that. All right, Jesse, what are you trying to sell us right now, bro? Let me skip your commercial. I appreciate you, and I know you got to get your hustle on, get your monetary gain to do this thing, but we ain't really feeling your commercial, brother. I mean, I like your hair, bro. They love your hair, but skipping the commercial. What's Pat saying? Day CPP, it doesn't seem like it's on the uprise to me. Wait, it does seem like it is. Yeah, no, it is. Pat, it's definitely on the uprise. That's why I was predicting 2024 to be what it is. That's why, yeah, man, I say a lot of the stuff I do when it comes to this true crime stuff is like, there's other things I'm researching. It's not just the crimes and the trials, but like I'm looking at the social dynamics and the issues that we have in our society and what's caused a lot of this stuff to happen and to amplify and to be where we're at. And I'm telling you, there's some good conversation to be had on it, but most people don't want to get into it because to get into these conversations, you have to start looking at yourself. Everybody does, right? And how they're living, the decisions they're making, and how each individual actually adds to the society. And a lot of people don't want to take individual accountability for what's going on in society and what they may lend to society that's negative per se. So I find that people they don't like having these conversations because they're really uncomfortable to have. But yeah, Sorry, guys, I'm trying to get all deep over here. Let's see. Criminal Med says, yes, research is showing increase in violent crimes ending in unaliving. They don't let you live anymore because life is no longer precious. We're teaching generations after generations that life is not precious and that life can be a mistake, if you get what I'm saying, without getting into a topic that'll get me in trouble on YouTube. So I think you guys know what I'm saying, though. But there's a lot of things, guys. There's fucking so many things. I'm telling you right now, I should definitely. I've thought about it so many times, starting another channel, right, where I can talk about these topics and stuff. But I'm so busy with this channel. I need an assistant, y'all. I need an assistant already. Oh, shut up. Let's keep rolling.
You can go to piavpn.com/law and crime to get 83% off of private internet access with 4 months free. Let's get into her history a little bit with drug abuse and her criminal record. Just to add to something that you mentioned, those photos of her and the children from Halloween were 1 week before this happened. And she actually posted, I think on Facebook, and wrote, "Happy Halloween from us to you. May the force be with you." And then it was just a few months before, I think in May, when she had posted another photo of her and her children and said, "My lifeline, my heartbeat, my everything." So it really came out of nowhere. You talked about the potential, her history of drug abuse. What do we know about that and her criminal record?
Well, she was arrested. She had a drug arrest back in, I believe it was 2018, and she has some history of drug abuse, and so whether or not she was ever really clean, I don't know. But she had that one charge, and that's really the only charge we know about.
Bro, I'm telling you, it ain't the drugs. I mean, drugs didn't help this situation, but this is a mental health situation. This is too many people walking around in our world that they ain't all there upstairs. And it's crazy how far people get along in their lives before it snaps. It's I don't know, something else. Pat Gaines, maybe people think it's not their problem because it hasn't happened to them. And that's the thing. That's what it is, Pat, is complacency. It's people don't even understand how all these different things in life correlate with each other. And a lot of people have that state of mind where it's like, it can't happen to me. It hasn't happened to me. It's not, that's not part of my life. So they don't really want to entertain, looking at their own life, like maybe ways they live or the ways that they teach their kids, or, have a negative effect on society, when it very well could, you know what I mean? But some people have a hard time doing that, or even changing the things that they need to change because it's not comfortable to change. So yeah, y'all get me on some deep stuff right now.
And people who do drugs, I mean, drug addiction, especially when you're talking about opioids and stuff like that in this country, it's an epidemic. So you could be doing drugs and using drugs, have drugs, and nobody realizes, or nobody knows, or you don't get caught, because so many people walking around. You go to the grocery store, who knows if the person next to you in the produce section is struggling with addiction?
They probably are. But see, criminal med, what are the statistics? What are our statistics for just prescription drug abuse, right? So, like, dude, it's staggering. In the West, here in the United States, the percentage of people that are on a medication, it's freaking staggering, y'all. Out of all the medication in the world that's produced in the world, I think we consume like 80% or something crazy like that in the United States. It's insane. So more than likely, yeah, that person next to you in the grocery store, they're probably high. They deal with some, more than likely, statistically.
And has a drug addiction problem. You just don't know, because people can often put on a mask and look like they're normal on the outside. So We do know that she had a history of drug addiction, but it was only that one charge. It was just that one criminal charge that we are aware of.
Yeah. So, like you said, it was 2018. She pled guilty to these drug charges. She was sentenced 30 days in jail, but there were no arrests from 2018 until, of course, these shootings. I believe a family friend had actually reached out to local news and said that, she was very confused and shocked by this. Everything seemed
She looks like that Catch Me Outside girl. Like they could be sisters or something, or cousins. Like straight up. I'm not even playing.
to be okay and seemed to be fine. And one of the chilling things is there was a report, I think from 2016, when she had opened up a business. She was a business owner, Tiffany and Lucas, at one point, right?
So Tiffany Lucas opened Tiff's one-stop shop back in 2016. So if you look at the timeline here, being a small business owner is a really difficult job. And so she didn't have that store open very long. And if you look at the timeline here, she's on the news talking about being a small business owner, opening this business. She had done an interview with WDRB down there in Kentucky about this. And so it's 2016. Then she's got these drug charges in 2018. The business was not successful. It eventually closed. So who knows what was going on there? Is she not able to successfully run this business because she has these struggles with addiction? So she had at least been trying, it appears, to do something good. I mean, she's trying to run a business, and it didn't work out for her.
Yeah, she had told WDRB, I cook hot food in here. It's really what sells the best. She says a lot of people don't make their way down here, but if there's a Walmart, come out of the woodwork for Walmart. So probably would have brought a lot of people to, stop and check us out. But like you said, that business closed up. By the way, we also learned something, I think, relatively recently. I think we learned relatively recently about the house.
Man, I don't know, man. It has to be, man. It has to be some type of mental health situation. I just don't see a drug abuse situation being the cause of this. Maybe a catalyst to the mental health, but there had to be like genetic defects prior to the drug use. It just, like I said, guys, I haven't seen normal people, do drugs and decide they're going to unalive their babies that way. But people that have something's not right up there, them doing it, yeah, then we talking, right? Then we talking. But that's how I'm feeling on this one. I guess we'll see right in time. Let's see. Criminal Med said Utah itself is unbelievable. Come on, Utah, Idaho. No hate to people that live there, but y'all got some wild stuff popping. Pat Gaines, well, looking away from problem is not going to make them go away. In my opinion, staying aware is a good way to protect our families, in my opinion. Pat Gaines, that's why I know the stuff that I know. It's not so I can get up here and do this YouTube channel. All the stuff I've learned over the years has been so that I can protect my babies, so I can know what moves to make in this world. Yeah, I might not be able to affect change in a large way, but if I can learn how to move properly to best suit my family and my loved ones, and then teach my children how to move in those ways and what to look out for and what to stay up on, that's what I do. That's why I know what I know, or what I get into. Luis, well, just one doesn't mean she's not relapsing. I agree, TRPP. Understand, though, that physicians were still using H and CO as normal meds in the 19. Yeah, I know. I do know that. I am savvy with that. Let's see. Criminal Med, no matter what, unaliving is no excuse for drug issues or failure of your plan. No. So Pat Gaines, you agree with me? I'm up here preaching, right? I'm not trying to be all soapboxy and stuff, but Luis, yeah, but now everything is laced. Also, yeah, she probably does have issues with her brain and drugs. And well, here's the thing too with the lace stuff, right? Everything's laced, but it's laced with that stuff that kills you. It doesn't really make you go crazy. It just kills you, right? You're done. You ain't here no more. So that stuff that's being put in all the other drugs, it just kills you. It doesn't really make you go insane. You die. Nobody else. So that's why I don't think this was like a laced drug situation. I don't think this was like a relapse situation. This was like, and like I said, guys, I've already talked about my little brother, right, and everything that he's been through with it. So when I at least people within this age range. I know not that they're not all the same, not every case is the same, but I've seen some stuff, man. I've seen some stuff. So I don't know. I don't buy that this was just purely a drug issue that caused her to do this. That seems crazy to me. Let's see. Amanda, that meant she got caught once doesn't mean that that's the only time she's been doing the drugs. Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I'm not saying that she wasn't doing them. I'm just saying I don't think that's what caused you to unalive your babies like that. I think that's like a mental break of some sort. And I mean, I've seen people be really horribly bad on some drugs, but like you're talking about, like they just start not taking care of themselves, and they don't. This is out there, man. Pat says, such a pretty lady with 2 beautiful kids. I just don't understand why. Yeah, that's what I initially say, Pat, right? I'm like, why? But then reality is the stuff I don't talk about, right? Those issues I don't talk about, those social things that I don't talk about. In the back of my head, I answer myself, you do know why. You just don't talk about it on this channel. Louise says, true. I don't know. I just know I'm far from this crazy woman. Yeah, all the people here be saying that's for nature. Amanda says, I agree. Drugs aren't the cause of her actions towards her babies. Yeah, they definitely. And that's the thing too, is like, those are just accusations at this point, right? It's like she had stuff in her past, but those are accusations. We don't know. But we all, from following true crime, know you can have mental breaks and do some crazy stuff. So to me, it's a mental break situation. But I digress.
Where the shootings happen, what do we know what's happening with that house?
Well, it was a rental house, Jesse. And we know that when family members had gone to, clean out the house because Tiffany Lucas is in jail and sadly the boys are deceased, the house was a wreck. It was a mess. And as you can imagine, if she is struggling with mental illness and she's actually claiming that she's being manipulated through.
Bro, that right there is like, it should have been on like, it should have been on downers, right? In my opinion, that could explain the house being a mess. But you on downers, you ain't doing no social media. You ain't doing no influence of anything. But you go through a mental health crisis. That is something that a lot of times that happens is, neglect, right? Of yourself, personal care, or the house, property, whatnot. But if she was on an upper drug, shit would have been clean. My experience with people that do that stuff, man, their house be clean all the damn time. They'll rearrange that thing like 3 times a week. It's crazy. Colonel Med said, there's something here we don't know yet that triggered this. Baby fathers. Okay. I'm not saying that's not a possibility. I just haven't heard enough of the details behind it, right? So, but even at that, right? Okay, let's say how the baby father trigger you so bad you're going to unalive your kid, though? You know what I mean? I think she did crazy, y'all. I think that's what it's going to come down to. Luis, my ex that had a daughter-father relationship with my daughter had a drug problem, but he was a really good father figure to my daughter. Now, that's another thing, dude. Is like I've seen plenty of, very competent alcoholics and addicts like hold it together. I'm not saying it's right, but definitely like that right there were actually decent people, didn't do bad stuff. So for me, that's why I'm like, I don't know about this whole drugs being the factor here for sure.
Wi-Fi, who knows? Maybe she was hearing voices. Who knows? She was or not. We just don't know what the actual truth is here. We have to wait and find out more. She may have just been trying to get by. I don't know.
Or how about this? I don't think it's drugs. She's either had a mental break or she's evil. That's where I'm at with it. It's either a mental break, some type of mental situation, or she's evil. Because that's like it. That's the only thing that factors into my brain on how somebody could do this is either you're evil or your mental faculties were so gone that you didn't know what you were doing. I don't know. We'll see.
But the house was a wreck. There were eviction notices all over the place. So her life was in shambles. And put that next to the photo on Facebook from Halloween. And then there's that other photo where it appears they're like at a Lego store or something.
But let me argue against that. Her life in shambles. Okay, let's say right here, her life's in shambles. Let's say baby daddy issues, maybe financial issues, all that stuff. Dude, I grew up through some hard times. My parents seen some rough times, like some fucking rough times. My mama didn't get all stressed out during really rough times where we definitely weren't living like that. She didn't get all stressed out and unalive me. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Soft ass society too, right? I mean, don't take much for these soft people and these softer generations to break. That's for damn sure.
Something like that. That looks like a perfect day out with the kids, with the boys. And then they walk into the house and everything's a wreck. And there are eviction notices everywhere. Those two images, they do not square.
But there were efforts in the past to reach Child Protective Services because it seems, at least from the brother of the boys, he'd claimed that family members had called CPS. They had concerns over the years, no?
Yeah, that is true, Jesse. Some of the family members do claim that and that they were concerned. But I'll tell you what, when I worked in local news, I covered a tri-state area for 10 years that included Kentucky. It was Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana. And especially in Kentucky, in any state really, but really in Kentucky especially, it's like impossible to take kids away from a parent, especially a mother. And when you make these complaints, first of all, these child protective services agencies, there's a lot going on here, and we don't know the ins and outs of what.
Bro, that's a tricky thing to talk about as well, for sure. That hits close to home out here in Bakersfield. Got some issues with those people for sure out here. Just look at the West, right? Situation. The whole CPS adoptions, all that. I don't know, man. It's a racket, in my opinion. Let's see. Criminal Med said, but she moved from one child to another, so not legally insane. Pat Gaines, most moms just handle it. They work and work hard to keep their kids okay. Yep. No, most sane people is what I'm saying. Not just moms, right? Dads too. Because my dad, that man worked his ass off. That's all I know about my dad. That's not what I mean. I mean, like, that's what I know is a hard ass working man. So that's what you do. We've had rough times, good times, but you just work, right? You don't unalive your babies. So that doesn't even factor in me. There's no amount of shit you could be going through in your life, from baby daddy drama to like financial issues, where the unaliving your kids is like the answer. So I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I am like, this lady had to have some type of something's not right up there. Depression, but I had to kick. Okay. I don't know. Post about your personal stuff there. Criminal Med. I am so tired of CPS dropping the ball and being immune from prosecution. That system has to be redone. Oh my Lord, man. Yeah. Definitely, right? Definitely needs to be redone. That's putting it lightly.
What the complaints were and how those were handled. But a lot of
Actually, let me throw the statistic in here for you guys. I just learned this, right? Criminal Med, you saying CPS, right? Did you know statistically at this point, hear me out on this. You can go look it up. It's crazy what I'm about to say. I guess at this point, statistically, you have a better chance of surviving life and being somewhat productive human in society. You have a better chance of that happening for you by staying in an abusive household instead of going into child protective services in the system. That shit's insane. You just heard what I said. I mean, you can go look it up, but that's insane, right? That you have a better chance of staying with your neglectful Abusive parents, there's a higher percentage that you'll be more successful going through that than going into the system now. Wrap your mind around that. Insanity. Louis said, yep, exactly. We might feel insane, but that's because we'll do anything for our babies. April P's like me. Don't get me started on CPS. So you're probably familiar with those stats that I'm talking about, April P or some other people, but yeah, it's at the point where it's like you literally have a better chance of staying with your abusive parents or your drug addict parents than you do going into the system. You have a higher likelihood of becoming deceased by going into the system, literally deceased, than staying at home with your abusive parents. It's crazy. See, there you go. Yeah, that's why your boy keeps saying 2024 is going to be insane for true crime, because this is the society we live in, and this is the society that's raising these new generations, these unstable, soft generations that have no accountability, no work ethic, no morality. This is what's producing it, y'all. This is what's producing it. So that being said, Pat Gaines, this is why things are getting potentially worse. Like, this is one of the small variables that is causing it. Pat Gaines, but abusive households have more violent unaliving of innocence than non-abusive, I'm sure. Well, yeah, I mean, that goes without saying, but that's the thing, Pat Gaines, is within the CPS system and everything within it, think about that. Well, that's what I'm saying is you literally have a higher likelihood of being unalive going into the CPS system than you do staying in an abusive household. It's crazy. I know. It's crazy, but it's actually truth. That's how broken the system is. That's literally how broken it is, because this system has been taken, right? And it started off as something good, something that was supposed to be good for our society. But now, once you have a power structure, once an organization has power within a society, if you don't constantly have oversight and make sure that proper people are running this powerful structure, you get corruption within that structure. Okay. And not only will you get corruption within the structure of people running the organization, people that work for or are contracted to that organization will start to basically use it as a teat to suck straight money from. And you attract nothing but corrupt individuals that are wanting to game that system. So it's just filled with horrible people at this point. It's a broken system. Sorry, guys. I'm not trying to preach and stuff, but, we got on the topic, so kind of is what it is. Luis said, yeah, so we all get more mental. No, that's part of it, too. Look, man, this system ain't by accident. What we living in ain't by accident. That's the scary part about this all. It's not by accident. Tinsy, my son often has me thinking this is why lions eat their young, but don't worry, he is over 30. Oh, that had me laughing. That got me, Tinsy. That was good. That was good right there. April, I had to deal with CPS for the 17 months and my 5-year-old almost killed because they didn't do their job. Dude, so many of those stories. Yep. It's always follow the money. And when you're asking yourself, what is wrong with this system? Follow the money. Doesn't matter what system we're talking about. Criminal, the courts, the schools, the medical, anything. If you find that something doesn't make sense, why is it running this way? It doesn't make sense. Follow the freaking money every time. Every freaking time. Everything good starts off good, gets corrupted eventually if there's not enough oversight to make sure that the people running it are good people, moral people. You you get corruption. It happens. Human beings cannot have power consolidated in one area for long periods, because we will find a way to corrupt it. Evil people will find a way to corrupt it and use it. It's human facts. April P, I feel it's all a traffic jam thing with CPS. Essentially, yes. So it's not like this dark, sinister thing, right? It's out in the open. It's out in the open. I think when people, and that's the thing, is when people think about the traffic jamming thing with the CPS, is they think about the same type of traffic jamming with, these third world countries type situations, right? Which it's not. It's literally traffic jamming in the open. It's literally using this organization that was meant for good, that has all this power now. It follow the money. Follow the freaking money. That's all I can say. Yep, traffic jams make money. But you guys get what I'm saying, right? Like the way that the CPS traffic jam works, it's like out in the open. It's not like a hidden thing. It's like the policies is the way they're doing it, the way they're moving children around. And then you get people within those power structures, right? Like a Sally Smith or a Beatty, those type of individuals, right? And those are the types that, those are the types we don't need into those places. Those are the types that take a good organization that it was meant for good and turn it into something evil. 100%. Luis, why I'm scared to try to get child support, because her bio father would try to get full custody just out of spite. So I do it all with my family helping some. That's so horrible, man. He should just help you fully to where you don't feel like you need any extra support. You know what I mean? Like, he should just help. Like, you shouldn't be forced, man. I don't know. You don't even want to get me into that. I'm talking to the dude that pays like all my money goes to child support. I work my ass off and almost all my money goes to child support. Dude, if I didn't have child support, y'all, we'd be streaming. I mean, everything, this shit would look way different. That's all I'm saying. But it is what it is. You got to take care of your shit. You got to take care of your responsibilities. Yep. Mile one of the 300 by SS alone, by Sally Smith alone. $300. When she says SS, that's Sally Smith. See, Sally Smith, she connected through that corrupt organization and those channels. April PCPS had placed over 30 kids here with a and that's part of the corruption I talk about, right? When you have a powerful organization like that has this power to remove literally children from homes, and they have means to do it by regulations and laws, right? Once that's in place, you slowly get those people that are power hungry or nasty like that, right? And they're going to go where they're going to have control of these children and power over these children. So that's what I'm talking about, man. You can't keep it out. You can keep it out, but it takes diligence to keep that out, right? It takes constant oversight and evaluations and making sure you got the right people in place. I don't know. Sad. This is the society we live in, man. This is where human beings this is what we've gotten to. I don't know. All right, I'll shut up. Let's keep it on.
Times these places, these agencies, they're overwhelmed. You have these low-paid social workers investigating these claims and these complaints. And, it takes a lot to get children removed from a home. Yeah. So we don't know the exact nature of the complaints, how they were handled. Many times those complaints are kept secret. They're confidential for many reasons. Maybe we'll learn more about that as the court process unfolds. But these agencies, these people are overwhelmed, overworked. We don't know if that was part of this at all, but it's like impossible to get.
That is by design. When you have people overstaff, overwork like that, you know how much stuff can be overlooked. When your pay grade isn't high enough, you know how many things you'll just be like, that's above my pay grade, I'm not even looking into it. This shit is by design. Don't get it twisted. It's by design, but that's the cop out, right? Is it's understaffed, underfunded. I don't know about that. Luis says, also some foster parents just do it for that check. It's effed up. No, that's what happened with the West Boys out here in Bakersfield, California. The West Boys, that's exactly what happened. It was a foster parent situation for money. That's exactly what it was. Criminal med, and they are immune from prosecution. I mean, that's what I mean. Like, ultimate power, right? They got ultimate power. They're literally an entity of the government. They're part of the government. There's government child snatchers, man.
Kids at times out of a house. I mean, did they go to court? Did they go to court and file paperwork and say, look, we think these kids are in danger. We need a TRO or something. We don't know that. I don't know if that even happened. But if they made complaints to Child Protective Services agencies, we're going to have to wait to see what happened with those and how those were handled.
You had mentioned court. Do we know what the next step in this process is, when her next court appearance is or anything?
Criminal Med said, it is not that hard to have kids remove BS. I agree with Criminal Med, but if you're from an affluent neighborhood, you look to have money, you look to be upper class per se, or at least upper middle class. It's not as easy, right? Let's be honest. Let's keep it 100. Part of what's so screwed up about that criminal organization, yes, I call it criminal organization, is the fact that we all know they take the poor kids. They take the kids from families that don't have the means to fight back, right? So a lady like this that seems to have her together, regardless if we know she did or not, CPS don't fight as hard for their kids as they do for the poor kids. Let's keep it 100. I mean, it is what it is. Follow with the issues also. Yeah, I mean, for sure. Let's see. Luis, though me if fostered a kid or an animal, I'd end up keeping them all and I'd have What's up, Bomb? Sliding in like a beast. Good to see you. You excited for some Turtle Island tonight? Man, this is going to be fun. I can't wait. I'm going to take a lot of pleasure in knowing that there'll be a lot of haters behind the scenes crying salty tears while we all have fun. I'm going to take some satisfaction in it. Is that petty? I guess I'm petty. Let's see, Luis. I'd have to go into it with being 75% sure they would be added to my family. Yeah, I couldn't do that, man. I'd have to. Once I'm attached to you, I say you in. Like you can't leave me. So it'd be rough for me. Bomb says, not really shit day, lol. I heard earlier. I caught a little bit of your live earlier. You're having some issues with the car. So, dude, car problems always put a damper on the damn day. That's for sure. And then you got a bunch of chicken heads on the internet and whatnot. So, I feel you. Hopefully the day gets better, though. Hopefully your spirits get a little bit more lifted when you get to make them phone calls to Turtle Island tonight. It's Friday, man. We can't stay down. Got to get up. It's Friday. All right, let's go ahead and get this finished out, guys, so I go pick up my little girl.
Anything like that?
I checked on that. I was doing a little bit of looking around on that. And right now we don't have any idea when her next court date will be held. That's because her last court date was a preliminary hearing. And so now the case will be presented. The prosecution will go to a grand jury and they'll present the
and just
case.
To be clear, with the preliminary hearing, there was enough evidence for the judge to actually say that this should move forward in the process.
Right. At a preliminary hearing, that's exactly what happens. The Commonwealth attorney in Kentucky would put on a witness.
She look all kinds of pathetic, don't she? All kinds of pathetic. And like I said, I'm trying to not be too judgmental right now. I want to figure out exactly what caused this person to go nuts. But just the looks of her, those eyes, look like a whole lot of soul behind them. Anyways, let me see. Sassy, Miss Sassy, good to see you. Happy Friday. Definitely gonna see you Turtle Island tonight, right, Miss Sassy? And we got April P. They lie so badly. I had to threaten getting a lawyer to get my 5 and 3-year-olds. No, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. Like I said, your boys, you know, I've seen both sides of the street, right? I grew up poor to middle class, right? I've experienced it. So when you grow up poor, you watch other families struggle like that and go through those situations with CPS and whatnot. It's horrible. So I've seen it. Shit is not good. Because like all it takes is a call, right? Is a call. And like I said, if you're lower class individuals, then dude, they picking a case up on your ass quick. You upper class, middle upper class, more than likely they're gonna work with you. But you poor, they taking your kids damn near every time. All right, let's keep rolling, y'all.
Or to just show to the judge, look, there is probable cause, a very low standard, that this defendant committed the crime, and this case should go to the grand jury, and that's the next step. So now that determination was made. Yes, there's probable cause. So now the Commonwealth attorney will go to the grand jury, which is a secret proceeding, present evidence to the grand jury. They will indict her, and then the case will be bound over for trial. She'll have to, it'll be set for an arraignment, of course, after the grand jury indicts her, and then that court date will be set.
Yeah, let's add that, right? Add a cherry on top, criminal med. Add a cherry on top of this conversation. That's facts. That's facts. Not only will they steal your children, they'll, collaborate with the hospital to steal your children, or they'll collaborate with the hospital to drive you insane and make you unalive yourself. So, yeah, I mean, across the board, they're pretty horrible, pretty damn horrible.
And when I mentioned,
and like I said, that statistic, man, that you have a higher probability of dying in the system than you do if you stay with an abusive parent or parents. You can't make this up. It's absolutely insane.
Detective Beal, he was one of the people that spoke at that preliminary hearing, and a lot of that evidence was based on him. We talk about the family's response, the community as well, the family and the community. What have you been hearing in the aftermath of the killings of these two boys? What's their feeling after this?
Oh, I mean, it's heartbreaking. It's devastating. It's heartbreaking. I mean, anytime something like this happens, Jesse, I think people are always thinking to themselves, we would have helped. We would have done something. We would have taken the boys. I mean, anytime you hear about something like this, there are always people that say we would have, had we have known. Obviously, if family members are saying we made complaints and we would have done, we would have helped, or we were trying to cry for help.
Okay, so like I said, I'm going to go back to this. There were complaints. This was a known situation. Why weren't these kids taken? Why? Like I said, she was middle class, upper middle class, whatever, came off as a well-to-do person in a good area, right? So she was able to fight it or whatever. They didn't take it serious. Same thing with who? I don't know. Who's that crazy lady? 8 passengers? Real similar, right? Family was saying the same shit. They're saying the same stuff. It's been going on for years. We've been saying stuff for years. And finally, well, damn near, she almost unalived the damn kids. I'm sure at some point those kids, one of them ended up dead at the rate they were going, right? But, I mean, same thing here. This family's saying the same thing, right? Well, what do they have in common? Upper middle class, right? If they were poor, those kids would have been gone. Like, the CPS would have took those kids. So, I don't know. The system's screwed, man. System's screwed.
And those cries fell on deaf ears. I mean, we still don't have enough.
Wait up. Dakota says, in my opinion, CPS is trash. I honestly don't think a very good majority of the caseworkers do their jobs the way they should. Gabriel Hernandez. Preach, Dakota. Preach. I survived on my own. Neither was acceptable. Parents or comment. I love criminal med. There's not many times in your life where you can say, I have met an escaped nun, a lady that ran away from a nunnery, a lady that was supposed to be a woman of the cloth. She took off. She said, I'm out. this ain't for me. Cracks me up. Mama's a boss. Yes, she lives right by me. She is nuts. For real? Mama's the boss? This I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to approach this like this lady might have just had a mental break, that she might not be evil, but part of me feels like it's evil plus a mental break. I could be wrong, but we'll see in time. But you live close to her? That's small world, man. Small. Oh, the 8 passengers lady. She's nuts too. So you lived close to her? Man, I mean, do you have any insight? Or are you just hearing any hearsay from the community? Or she just nuts though? I mean, I think we all know that at this point, that the lady's definitely nuts. That's pretty crazy. That's what I love about this YouTube thing, and like being able to chat in the community is like you never know who in your community is going to have some type of link to a case or a trial or know some type of cool information. It's awesome like that. That's her name right there. That's Bad Bunny. All right, guys, we're almost done.
Information to know, but this has been a shock to the community, and those boys, being a parent is really challenging, but this is just, anytime a child is harmed like this, it's beyond the pale and it's horrible. And I think people are just horrified by this. Those little boys were beautiful, and it's heartbreaking.
It really is. And I'll just leave everybody with this. So Michelle Rice, who's Maurice's stepmother, she told WDRB that family, as you mentioned, had reached out to Child Protective Services. She believes that drug abuse played a role. And she basically, in response to what the allegation was that, like Lucas was manipulated, she said, nobody can manipulate you to do such a horrific thing. Nobody can manipulate you to do that. We love them so much. So many other people really love them and could have been there to help them, but she wouldn't allow that. She was too selfish, and now they're gone. Really, really sad case. We're going to continue to follow it both here on Sidebar, and Anjanette's going to follow it on Crime Fix. Anjanette Levy, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. So, damn. I think it's a little bit early to give a full opinion on it, but it sounds like mental health, and she just wasn't a very good person. Yeah, the fact that it had been going on for that long, I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm going to reserve my judgment, though, until a little bit later. I need some more information on it. Definitely need some more information. That being said, Mom is the boss. Lots of it, they are in the same ward as us. Interesting. I haven't really covered too much of that because, like, when that case first started popping off, a lot of content creators that were using the content they could find on 8 passengers were getting their stuff striked and copyrights and pulled down. So I haven't really covered that much, but maybe I should. Maybe I can get you up here and you can give like your insights on it since you're a neighbor. It's pretty damn interesting. How long have we been up here, guys? 2:43. All right. I'm in a longer show than I thought I was gonna have. That's cool. I always love being up here. Love it. So only bad problem is even though I love it, it has to come to an end at some point, right? So let me see what else she's saying in here. Mama's the boss says you can lose your channel if you use their stuff. I know. That's why I haven't. That's why I haven't used their stuff. And I've been telling everybody that. They're like, I don't know. Are you sure? I'm like, no, bro. I'm telling you, YouTube is trying to distance themselves from that crazy lady. There's something up there. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's a sensitive subject for YouTube. So that's why I haven't covered it. Mama's the boss. I'll email you. Heck yeah. Okay, cool. Because I think I could probably cover it if I just don't show anything and we could talk about it. But yeah, you have to be really careful with this one. Definitely got to be careful with it. All right, guys. So we covered Richard Allen. We covered who he's in jail with now and the fact that he's been moved. So hopefully everybody's happy now. He got his wish. He got moved. So we covered that. We covered Miss Crazy Eye Drop Killer Lady. We covered, Miss Lucas. And yeah, I think that's it. Turtle Island, guys. So I probably won't be back for another live before Turtle Island. I got to go pick my daughter up and I'm taking a little late lunch and stuff. And by the time I get back here, get everything ready for work. I probably won't have time to do another live before Turtle Island. So that being said, for everybody here or everybody that's going to catch a replay before that happens, strategy for tonight is I have immunity. That obviously doesn't last. So we're chilling until immunity's gone. And anybody and everybody that can call in for me after immunity's gone, it ain't just about it winning. It's about promoting the channel. So if you guys can call in and let everybody know, not about me, but about our community and the channel, right? What we cover on the channel and how chill the community is, how it's an awesome place to be. Just let them know. So let's use it as a time to promote as usual. And that's the strategy. It's pretty simple. So if you guys can show up tonight, I'd appreciate it greatly. I know I got some people from Bomb Nation. I know you guys' votes are already with Bomb. I get it. I get it. But thank you for supporting me over here anyways. I really do appreciate it. That's what Turtle Island's all been about for me, is just growing our community and get some more awesome people over here. So appreciate all the Bomb Nation that's come over and showed love and, grown the community. You guys freaking rock. But that being said, and I see her in chat, Miss Bomb, I ain't going out without a fight. I ain't going out with a fight. I better get that damn bacon, all right? That's all. Better get that bacon. So yeah, that's all I got though, guys. That's all I got for the show. Shout out to Criminal Med, first donation for December. I appreciate you. I still got to get the supers up and everything, guys, for for November. I'm lacking. I know. I apologize. I will get it caught up. But for all the new people that don't know, if you'd like me to cover a case or a trial, you want to reach out to me. Let me know what you think about the channel. If you got some suggestions for me, or you just want to tell me that you think my channel sucks and that I need to stop doing YouTube, that's cool too. You can tell me that. Hit me up on Instagram, X, or Facebook, or my email. All the links for those are down in the channel description and the video description. Hit me up though. I love taking requests. I love hearing the feedback. So definitely do that. If you'd like to donate to the channel, we have CashApp, PayPal, Venmo. All donations go towards the channel, building it up. We need equipment, and it pays for the programs I use to run the channel. If you do that though, please leave your screen name and let me know what platform you're watching me from. That way I can give you a shout out and put you up on the donation wall. I love to get that back to members. Got to get the love back. Got to let people know who supports the channel and the community, right? If you'd also like to support the channel by equipment, you don't want to do the money thing per se, because you think I'm gonna go drink it, smoke it. I do live in Cali, so people always be like, dude, you're just trying to get some smoke money. And I'm like, bro, I got a good job. I can get that if I want. But anyways, if you want to donate to some of the equipment we're trying to get, we have an Amazon registry down in the description of the video and in the channel description. Stuff that I'm trying to get to improve the channel. And like I said, your boy's got 4 kids, so any help is appreciated greatly. That's it though, guys. That is it. Thank you guys for being here. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. Hopefully there's a little bit of entertainment throughout your day, get you through the Friday. And that being said, I hope to see each and every one of you guys at Turtle Island night. If you can vote for your boy, I'd appreciate it. But either way, thank you for being here. Thank you for always supporting me. Y'all mean the world to me. That's it. It's your boy, the Real Piscine Predator, aka TPP baby. And until the next video, the next live stream, whatever the next thing is, I'm out, y'all. Much love. Peace.